podcast, and well, it is off the rails, and we're pretty much looking to guarantee that today. March 22nd, a beautiful yet rainy day. Fantastic show planned here today. So good. Glad you guys are going to be here. Sponsored by Gamer Sup, who we love so well, and PayPal Honey. We love them. Okay, now, on Monday, we took a vote, and the people of the audience said, what was a 10-point spread, which, you know, in politics, that's a huge win, that Jimmie should be here. And Jimmie is here. The outlaw is in town.
All different flavors.
Jimmie, how does it feel to be in the studio of the great H3 podcast?
I'm honored, and I'm also, if you guys show that other screen, I'm actually in my dental office at the same time. There I am.
You're at work right now.
I'm at work also at the same time, thanks to...
Can you pull the mic a little bit closer?
Yeah, thanks right to H3's beautiful office design.
You like what we did there?
With Mr. Warmth, yeah, and Pinks, and my magazine cover. Yep.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Is a dentist the same person that does root canals?
Yes.
Oh, because I heard that there's two different people.
Well, a specialist is an endodontist, but GPs do.
They can do it also.
Canals.
So in what case would you go to the specialist?
Harder cases and molar root canals mostly.
Okay. So there's a case where they're
curve roots. Difficult cases.
You would refer them to a
We do easier ones and send out hard ones because then the patient gets it done right, and then we do the crown and there's no problem.
When you reference them, do you get a kickback from that?
No, we have relationships with specialists, and like I needed a root canal done last year. Obviously, I didn't get charged because I have a relationship with the specialist I send to, but I don't take a kickback.
Okay, I'm just I'm just asking.
No.
Chocolate mocha.
We're old school. We're old school.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmie, so anyway, let me set the parameters, okay? On the show yesterday, we had a conversation about you wanting to have dinner with us, but only if you could film it. And then Dan brought up this interesting concept. He says, hey, Jimmie, maybe it's not a character when you go on the street and harass people. Maybe that's who you really are. Right.
Which I had told him I'm not really like that. In fact, even Danny, put
Dan real close to you.
One of my social media people said, you know, they need to know how you are because I've been with you the last few days. You're like normal when we eat out. You're just doing your social media. We're talking what to do, and you're not like that. But I said I gotta have Dan know that. Dan thinks I'm always in character.
Yeah.
But I'm not really that person. That's my character.
Well, we're putting you to the test today.
I know. You told me.
So we were toying with a few concepts. On Monday, I was thinking of having you eat a spicy chip, but I think you might actually die from that.
Problem is my stomach won't handle it.
Yeah. The other thing is fika fish. I
don't even know what that is.
We couldn't even get the fika fish. Apparently, it's a rare commodity. The other one was to show you the Prolussy video, which I'll do. I will do that.
Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so I think the big theme here we're going with is you can sit in on the show, but, and here's the challenge to you, you cannot tell a single joke or attempt to be funny
cream
in any way.
Flavors.
Are the rules clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach, and you told me.
And if you have 3 strikes, if you violate the rules 3 times, you will be ejected from the show.
Okay, I got you.
Your mic will be muted. Security will escort you out.
Okay. Flavors?
We're dogs, though. Do you really like Pink's hot dogs?
Yeah.
Or you just they got you on the wall, huh?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that?
It started when we shot in March, and we went back. Def Noodles had me on in November. We went back to eat. And the lady remembered me and made a comment and called Mr. Pink.
Oh, you call up Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink came on the phone and he said, I'm glad you're there, and gave us shirts and hats.
Yeah.
And I got his email, and I sent him a picture of me when we shot in March where I was in front of the counter, and he actually printed it up and put it in his restaurant and emailed me that I'm on the wall.
Wow. That's
so then we became a relationship thing. And then when we came out, we emailed him the time we would be at Pink's on Sunday, and he was there, fed us for free, gave us hats and shirts. And the whole funniest thing is today I walked back to my hotel right to get my car before I come, and I'm getting my car, and the waiter says, Jimmie Lee, come here. Mr. Pink is having breakfast in our hotel today.
You're getting respect from Mr. Pink.
Yeah, and
Fantastic.
Mr. Pink, I went in and bought them breakfast.
Has he ever seen your routine?
He said to me, this is what he said to me, Jimmie Lee, you make my customers happy and you're fun. We love having you here. And I have to preface that with one other thing. We were getting our nails done the other day at a place in Beverly Hills, and Robert Ray, the famous plastic surgeon, walked by. And without
Listen, Jimmy, I'm fascinated, but I got to keep the show on the rails.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
We can catch up in the big details of it.
Okay, I was just going to tell you another story.
Right, yeah, but the thing, yeah, you know.
I'm sorry.
Where does it end, Jimmy?
Jimmy,
It won't.
Jimmy, tell Ethan about your 4 pedicures.
No, let him proceed with his show.
Thank you, Zach. I'm not trying to get into another fucking
he wants
Jimmy
to do
Vortex.
his thing. Yeah, go ahead.
So let's start off by showing you the prolapses. It's all I have, basically, as a challenge to you, if you could. Thank you, Win Hungerford, for the 40 gifted. What a legendary person. Thank you. Do you guys have the link to the prolapse video, please, for Jimmy to view?
Yeah, we have it queued
We're
up.
going to start out.
Yeah, just right out the gate. Can you take off your glasses for this? We want to see your eyes, if that's okay. Thank you. We want to get your get your reaction on it.
Nobody mentioned if they like my hairline.
Okay.
Olivia, the first one up was Olivia. Thank you, Olivia.
You're definitely looking a lot more natural.
Well, I learned finally how to do it myself.
Well, Well, Jimmy.
I'm a little dumb. I know.
Well, Jimmy, you're 75, for Christ's sake. It's about time you learn.
Subtract 22 off that and we'll talk.
22.
Yeah, subtract
All right,
20.
so roll the prolapse video, if you would, please. And Jimmy, your full attention's required.
All right, honey.
The audience will not see it. They'll only see your reaction.
Okay.
Okay, I'm pulling it up now. Ian, I'm going to put it on the screen. Ready? Yep. Can you see that, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
All right, here it is. Is this COVID related? You, as a doctor, can answer that for us.
What the hell is that? That's somebody's hiney? What is this? That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's their asshole. That's a prolapsed asshole.
What? I don't understand what this guy's doing now. He's putting his hand in the guy's asshole.
Right, and then his intestines are coming out.
Somebody has some serious problems. I thought I had serious problems.
Okay, that's a joke, Jimmy. You gotta just now.
No, that's not a joke. I'm just saying, whoever's
Now,
doing this,
what do you think about that?
I think that's worse than the other part. I don't know what that's even supposed to be.
It's too well. No, it's their.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but why? I don't understand the whole meaning.
Your ass.
Oh,
That's a friend
Dan?
of the show,
Wait a
Hunger FF. Yeah.
Is that Dan?
He does look like that.
Dan, was that you?
No,
or
but
is
he's
it a
not. No, it's
joke?
not me, but he
That's
is my
disgusting.
twin.
Well, I have to say, you
agree.
handled that quite well.
Well, he's a
is that?
doctor, you know. He's
What
probably
is
seen all
that?
kinds of
I'm
gross
allowed to-
stuff.
I don't think he understood what he was looking at. Are those prescription?
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't see. He couldn't see it.
No, these aren't prescription. These are my readers. This is my
Okay.
FOMO glasses.
Oh, okay.
Put me in. Please.
All right, let's get back in the zone. But yeah, you handled that well. It's a sexual, let's say, genre,
That's gross.
and they prolapse.
That is just gross.
They like the prolapsing.
I've seen videos and movies. That's gross.
Really? What have you
Sexual
seen?
dance.
What's the grossest kind of
That.
before that?
I don't know.
Right.
But nothing that bad.
Right. Well, you did say I've seen, so it seems
Well, I've seen bad things, but I
Yeah.
mean, that thing's horrendous.
seems like you recalled specific things.
Jimmy's from the school of old school, like Betamax porn. You know, like
Betamax
Yeah.
porn.
yeah.
Beta.
See, I have a joke on that, but I'm not allowed to do a joke. But I have a funny joke, but I won't do it. on
There it
that.
is. There it is.
No, I'm not doing it.
No, I'm saying you did
controlling
well.
it.
That was a test. That was a test.
Yeah.
You skirted kind of close. So I'm going to go ahead and do the show.
Flavors.
if you have some kind of, let's say, supplemental, factual, biographical information,
On the subject matter.
then I'd like to hear your expertise on that.
Okay.
But no jokes.
Just
No
be like the
humor.
guest and the commentator a little bit.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, thanks.
Be like Ed McMahon. Jimmy's turn.
Okay, that's your.
No, that's Ed
Well,
McMahon's,
I'm just
laugh.
saying. Well, impressions can be perceived as trying to be funny. I'm just setting the ground rules here. So we have actually a great show here today. Really interesting setting for Jimmy to be here too. So one of the TikTok alpha males, we've actually talked about him before. His name is Sebastian G. He is a entrepreneur, and he made a video that went viral on TikTok saying every guy in their 20s should own a Lambo. And if they don't, they need to take a hard look in the mirror. Here, so he's calling in essentially. I'm building up to that, but here's a refresher for you guys who haven't seen it.
And you don't have a Lamborghini, you should actually sit down and have like a serious discussion with yourself as to why you don't have a Lambo.
Yep.
Because I realize now that it's so incredibly easy and there's so much money out
thank
there,
you.
and 200 grand relative to what is out there in circulation and what you can grab, especially now with AI tools that you can leverage like never before, 200 grand is chump change.
So this guy, so we all watched that video. Jimmy just put a lifesaver in his mouth and offered me one, which is, if I can suggest as a professional podcaster, I know I don't have much ground to stand on, but it's a bit of a lip-smacking type of treat.
You want one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Was that a joke?
No, I'm trying to be nice.
You already offered me one, Jimmy.
Lifesavers are pretty sugary. How are lifesavers for teeth?
What do you say? I didn't hear.
Would a dentist recommend a suck on lifesavers?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
All good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you brush. How often do you brush?
After every meal.
3 times a day?
If I'm if I
After
can.
every meal?
Mm-hmm.
You live it. You don't just preach it, you live it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can respect that.
And flossing?
At night before I go to bed one time.
Right. Wow. Good
Because your
hygiene.
mouth dries out at night and you're more prone to decay, so you floss at night.
Good for you.
That's
We
what
could
they
actually
taught me
learn
in
a lot
dental
from
school.
him.
Yeah, this is great.
We'll sprinkle in some kind of knowledge throughout. What are the top tips you would say to someone who wants to preserve their teeth and gum? What's the number one thing you would say?
To preserve their teeth and gums.
Yeah. Prevent decay.
Well,
thing.
A healthy, balanced diet, but limit your sugars and limit hard foods.
Okay.
That's basic.
Is that more or less important than brushing?
And brushing and flossing all the time and going to the dentist every 6 months.
Okay. There it is.
That's basic. That's basic.
That's basic.
There's more, but that's just basic.
That's basic. So anyway, back to Sebastian G. So we all know him. He made also another tweet that we all kind of viewed. Men want one thing: large mountain-style home in the forest by a lake, pleasant wife with no attitude. That's the part that struck me as interesting. 3 to 5 children.
That's his house?
And a gym. No. No. Heavens no. He's just saying he fantasized about it.
Oh.
But the video that really captured my attention is this video he put on his TikTok.
Some people are really stupid.
Where he said he wants to come on the show. So well, here it is. Okay. So here it is.
Some people are really stupid. Ethan Klein is the worst person on the planet.
We all know this.
He's
bro.
the worst person on the planet.
He wishes he was us. He does.
I would love to speak to him. I'd love to talk to him and go on his podcast. I would try to change his life,
Oh,
but I think I'd have a hard time. That'd be the final boss. It's the toughest battle.
So Sebastian G, 24 years old entrepreneur, he's calling. I said, dude, this is a great opportunity for me. I want you to call in and change my life.
Have a good night.
So he's calling in at 2 o'clock. He was very polite. We connected, and he was actually very polite and nice. And we're gonna send him a Zoom link at 2.
Okay.
Can you believe people talk about me on the internet like that, Jimmy?
But he wasn't talking nice about you.
Not at all.
No. And
Can you believe
you're
that?
having him on.
Yeah. Well, he He is an expert, a guru, a self-help guru.
Okay. Is he like an Anthony Robbins, one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Anthony Robbins?
Yeah.
Is that the big, tall guy?
That's the guy when
think
we
he got
were
his name
younger
backwards.
that started at. Yeah, he was one of those.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, yeah.
Oh, Anthony.
Back then he was Anthony Robbins when he started.
He shortened it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like Anthony Robbins. So he'll call in. He'll maybe help us both out, you know. So that's something I'm looking forward to. At the top of the show, I wanted to talk about... well, since we're talking about the alphas, might as well get this out of the way. Here's Nojumper with Sneako. And these are guys who think being gay is icky. And they would never dream of it. Of course, Sneako talked about how he went to an orgy and dudes were licking his balls, essentially.
Oh, jeez.
But here they are talking about how being straight is awesome.
Well, maybe
That's
not,
not
but
true.
you could get it wet.
Yeah,
you could
that's not true.
slobber on it a little bit.
A pussy's just like an open wound. It's a gaping hole in a woman's body.
Yeah, and that's why I hate when women are like, I give head all the time, and these dudes don't want to eat pussy or whatever. It's like, listen, it's not the same.
No.
If I stuck this lighter in my mouth right now, which I won't, that would be like sucking a dick.
What? Well, but the lighter thing was so weird to me. It's like, why are we putting a lighter in your mouth?
Thinking of a vagina.
But she won't.
It's like a pit of
that'd be gay.
mucus, and fleshy tissue, and
Babies come out of there.
periods. And
But to
pee
insinuate
and
that the lighter is just like a
squirt.
dick that's a big...
I'm just saying, it's like, it's not the same.
So this is the ultimate alpha take. And what's interesting to me is he says, pussy, nasty. Dick, not that bad.
So who is gay?
So who is gay is the question. Jimmy?
He doesn't seem like he's gay,
No.
even though you're right what you said.
It's an interesting analysis.
Who is the guy, if you don't mind me asking?
He's Nojumper. He's just a...
YouTuber?
Yeah, he interviews people and stuff. So there you heard it from Sneako and Adam22. Pussy is gross
Icky.
and dick. What did I say?
I just said icky. It's icky.
Yeah, pussy is icky and dicks are not that bad to suck, apparently.
That's a big game, man.
I mean, that's pretty gay, man.
Oh.
It's an interesting take to put out there.
I am gay.
Do you think it's that they're a little gay, or do you think that they just are they look down on women that much?
Well, what I find
He sounded
interesting...
chauvinistic, to be honest.
Right.
A little bit.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
I'm just
well,
throwing my-
well, there's two ways to look at that, right? One is like he doesn't care enough to reciprocate with his partner. He's like, I'll accept all these favors from you, but I'm not going to owe
All
it
different
back
favors?
to you. I'm trying to be delicate around Jimmy's sensibilities.
I think at the very least they should consider sucking dick.
Oh, jeez.
Right, because and then if you think about it, because he goes,
Just if they were my friends, that's the advice.
Yeah, no, consider.
yeah, you might like it.
Yeah.
Because he was about to put a lighter in his mouth.
But
Whatever that
he
means.
won't.
He said,
But he won't. He won't. What about I won't?
Yeah.
That'd be like sucking
Just so we're all
dick.
clear.
How is that like sucking dick, Adam?
So are they calling in too? That guy?
They'll be calling in as well. It's just a whole.
So all these
slew.
people are
They're
calling in.
calling in, yeah.
Sucking a ding dong.
Everybody's calling in today. By the way, before the show, we had a whole episode trying to figure out how to mute your phone.
I know.
You
have to unmute it when I leave because I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
how to do it. My kids aren't with me here.
Yeah.
So that's that has to be a promise. I can't use my phone.
No, we'll fix it
Okay.
for you.
Thank
I just
you.
thought it was interesting you never muted your phone. Nor did you even know it was a thing, I think.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. That's cool. But so is it, but he says, he acknowledges dick is not that gross. It's actually less gross than vagina. So on one hand, it is misogynistic, but on the other hand, as you pointed out, Olivia,
Sounds like options could be open.
that's it. That's
There
all
it
I'm
is.
saying.
There it is.
Maybe they should try sucking each other off.
Oh my God, wait, that's so cute.
Wow.
That is a sweet, sweet.
That would have been the
sweet
best way for this
recommendation.
interview to end, is them 69ing each other.
Right.
Jeez.
Right, Jimmy?
I'm with you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. He said
Appreciate the backup.
the backup.
Plowed.
Yeah, don't push.
Don't push, Stack.
Here's a video that I want to enjoy with you guys. It really, Amazon delivery guys, man, they are something, aren't they? Here it is at a police standoff. It seems like a dangerous situation. Guns are drawn. Some kind of hostile standoff. The Amazon driver, this man says, I shall deliver this package. Rain, sun, sleet, shoot off.
Hell yes.
Really?
Check it out.
Amazon, hard at work.
Get it, brother. Jeff Bezos,
In the midst of a
so
standoff.
happy right now.
He's delivering a package in the midst of a standoff?
Yes, sir.
No kidding.
Get after it. Jeff Bezos, eat your heart out.
Amazon.
Promote this man.
That's crazy.
Promote him now.
Yes.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Bro, he's lucky they didn't shoot his ass. Knowing the cops here.
Package, bro.
He just delivered a package and left.
Yeah, they took it too.
They took it. I was watching
finished
it.
the
Yeah.
job.
He finished the job.
You know, he got it done.
Amazon
That's commendable. He should get a raise.
He's taking a picture.
He should get a raise.
Yeah.
This man is like, hell no. I ain't got time to come back to this house. He doesn't get paid enough to deal with this
That's
shit.
amazing.
I'm not coming back. You know?
Are you serious about your work?
And that is our labor of the day. He deserves.
We honor him.
We honor him, our labor.
Absolutely.
He deserves to get paid for the value he produces, damn it.
Hell yes.
Hell yes.
Amazon.
This guy's awesome. We should get, he's calling in too.
Bro.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. We got a hold of him.
How'd you get a hold of him? I don't believe that
We have
one.
ways.
I don't believe that one, Ethan.
Look how many police cars there are. Fuck no.
Where was that at?
This,
Where was it at?
you know, I don't know.
That's
but it's like,
interesting, though.
imagine
Pretty
you
cool.
see like 20 police cars. Like, I'd be like,
I
what?
would leave.
I'm staying away from that.
I would be leaving, yeah.
Not him. He's like Frodo at the fucking Mount Doom.
Yeah.
That was a great one, man. I love that. He also got the photo of the drop-off. I didn't even think about that. I thought he was taking it of like the scene, how crazy it was.
No.
He was taking
Successful delivery.
He was taking a photo of the drop-off. Who is he? Look at this.
Amazon is this shit.
This
Look,
man,
he's taking a
that's for the
picture.
app.
It made it there.
He took the picture of the cop with the package.
Yeah. He's handed off.
Holy shit.
He'll get written up if he doesn't.
We should try to find him so we can hire him. I don't know to do what, but I know he's dedicated.
Yeah.
Cis white male syndrome? Potentially, yeah. The world will never harm you. Yeah. You will never be harmed no matter what. So anyway, we honor him. Labor of the day. Well, how do you feel about communism, Jimmy?
How do I feel about communism?
Yes, as a concept.
I don't know. I'm not a
Fair enough.
politician. I'm a capitalist guy. Grew up here.
There it is.
I don't agree with it. I mean, everybody does their own thing.
There it is.
I don't.
Jimmie Lee,
I don't begrudge anybody for what they do, but I grew up in this country, so you know.
You bleed red, white, and blue.
There it is.
I like that. That's a good answer. You know, you're not. It's good. If you don't know something, you know, you don't have to speak on it. Hey, you know who Justin Roiland is? The creator of Rick and Morty?
No.
He put out a statement just now. This is going to be a big story, I guess. Have you guys seen people talking about this yet? It just happened.
Right before we went live, and there was no articles or anything about it when I Googled it, but it's been about 30 minutes now, so there might be.
Oh boy!
It's just sucky and awkward.
It's an article
you know?
from 30 minutes ago. Let me take a look.
I do feel like it's a little bit directed towards not me specifically, but people like me, right? Who stopped associating with him after.
Who's the guy?
He was a friend of mine.
Oh, was okay.
And some really horrible things came out about him, kind of like a Me Too style of thing, right?
Okay.
And he says, I've always known that these claims were false, and I never had any doubt that this day would come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed. So I don't have any intel about he was tried for domestic abuse. I don't have any intel if it was dismissed. It may have been. I don't know.
It would be a very weird thing to tweet out if it wasn't. So I have to assume he knows.
Well,
something
why
we
wouldn't
don't
he just
yet.
say the case was dismissed today? You know, it's like.
What did they
this
say?
statement
What
comes
did they
months.
say he did?
This statement, hold one sec. This statement comes months after NBC News reported on Roiland's legal situation. It was there the public learned Roiland had been arrested in August 2020 and charged with felony domestic battery and false imprisonment in California. So according to him, it's been dropped, although we haven't been able to corroborate that. He says, I'm thankful the case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process. Most of all, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. That it may have succeeded even partially is shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name. So, like, what I'll say about this is, you know, when the case came out, when people found out about this charge against him, a lot of people, most people were like, well, let's see what happens because we don't have the evidence. In fact, he was, he still had his job. I think the cancellation really came when all these DMs started coming out. You know, specifically, there's one where the girl's telling him she's underage, and he says that, like, that's all good with him and shit. Like, he's not really addressing the accusations that were the most serious, right? That's what I'm seeing here. In fact, he's not even trying to refute them, is he? He's just said they were horrible lies, just generally, not very specific. So, you know, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Anyone have thoughts? There's crickets in here. All right, thank you, everybody. So,
well, once you said it, I was just intentionally. I was also dealing with something else. I apologize. But
well, the thing is, I don't want to say anything, but I've learned since this story's come out that I know a little bit about this situation. I've learned about who the ex is. She's remained private. And I think it's from what I know of her and of this, and you know what I've heard behind the scenes of the situation, because I've obviously, when this happened, I was trying to understand what the hell's going on. I don't think it's. I think it's. He says of her. He says of her that an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. And I think that that's not an accurate portrayal of what happened.
You know more because you know the girl, you're saying.
I do know. Yeah, I do.
Is this the underage ex that you're referring to, or?
Oh no, she was no.
Okay, because chat was a little confused about that.
No, that was a DM that's people. There was a ton of DMs of him being gross, is what got him canceled.
How old's the guy, Heath?
He's about my age, a little older, a couple of years older than me.
And he's dealing with minor girls.
Yeah.
He's bad news. That's not
That's
a hard
exactly
point to figure out.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. He's 43, so yeah, he's
just a year older than.
Well, he's a fair
and he
bit
was a
older.
buddy of yours
1 year
in
older.
the past, Heath? He was a buddy of yours in the past?
He was. We were really close, actually. It really hurt. It's painful.
When you see
It's
find things
very,
out about people you don't think they're one way and they end up being one way, right?
It has been painful. I won't lie. I mean, it's not about me, but it's hard to navigate this kind of thing when it's happening to your friends. But this response is not. It's not good. And let me just say that that's really not a fair characterization. From what I understand, I'm not going to talk about it more specifically than that. But it's fucked up. I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, and how are we going to look past that DM of him being like, hey, you're underage? Can you pull that up just to refresh? I don't know if it's
jailbait one.
Yeah, the jailbait one. He's like, "You're jailbait. You're 17. Come hang out with me. Write a song about tons of cocks jizzing on your face."
That was a different one.
He said straight from just from Roiland's-
that was a employee.
Right.
That he sent that one.
So he goes. So he said literally 100 years ago. Oh, that was from his podcast, right? But he said 100 years ago. It was little 13-year-old girls. If they were built like a woman, they were getting married and having kids. And now we're going to be all precious about it. That's what he said on his podcast. But
Sister.
This is the one that's like, come on, bro. That's the dicks off one.
Oh boy.
This isn't the one.
Maybe switch off, Ian.
Oh, sure.
Does this one not have?
I thought this is the one you were referring to.
Well, anyway, you guys have all read it. They're all out there. No, the jailbait one. That one's not the jailbait one. But anyway, we don't need to show it, you know? I don't know. I understand he's trying to say, fuck me, dude. It just sucks. Yeah, here it is. Jimmy, tell me what you think about this one.
What did it say?
Oh, yeah, sorry, at the airport. It's insane in the membrane. What time is it there? 11:30. Oh, so rate. It's so rate. And me so Chinese. I have school tomorrow. Oh, school tomorrow? Lol. No. F my life. You should run away from home and go into sex slavery, you fucking stupid F-slur bitch.
He's got problems. I thought I had problems. He has problems.
Histrionic.
Well, histrionic is nothing.
Yeah, histrionic's a walk in the park.
It's a walk in the park. This guy's got real problems.
He says, would you do video game reviews and stuff like that? I bet you do good. She says, yeah, just playing games and shit. Then once you turn 18, you start cam whoring.
What?
He says to her, why are you such a jailbait? What's wrong with you in that regard? You should grow older, you dumb bitch.
I think you got to get rid of this guy.
Then he says, is it cool being jailbait? Does the FBI follow you around, arrest all the men you sleep with?
Oh, boy.
So, like, bro, I mean...
He needs to have better things to do than that.
He did. That's the thing. He was very busy, very creative. Very creative.
That's gonna ruin him. That's gonna.
It has.
If it hasn't already.
It has. It has absolutely ruined him, actually.
Yeah.
He was on the biggest show in the world, pretty much, Rick and Morty. He had just released a huge video game.
So the guy was successful and he blew it by being
mega.
stupid.
He was on top of the world.
And
probably the most successful creative person, alive at the time.
How long ago was he successful? Like recent?
No, it had been going for a while.
Okay.
Your kids
While
definitely
back.
know Rick and Morty. It's like
Okay.
super famous.
I got you.
Yeah. Thank you, by the way, to Dixie Namas for the 10 gifted. Appreciate you. Ethan, we are still beefing. Kevin, who the fuck is this? He did this on the members.
You and Kevin have some serious beef. I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
That's for you two to work out.
Okay.
Also, you know that you just got owned, right? A moment ago with the name that you read out.
Dixie Nomis.
You said.
Oh, Dixie Nomis. You could have just wrote Dick Enormous. I would have said it.
You would have read it out.
I would have just read it.
Oh, no. I'm giving people ideas.
Dixie Nomis. Thank you, legend. Yeah, Kevin, I don't know who the fuck you are, dude. He left this message on the members live stream yesterday.
It's going to upset him even more.
And then I sent you guys the name. I says, wait, do we know him? Is this one of the...
Yeah, no, it's nobody.
Okay, Kevin. Okay, apparently we have beef. Thanks for the money. Lawrence, 21 today. Zach, thank you. Happy birthday.
I'm 21. Fuck you.
I don't know. The Justin thing's tough, man. Really sucks. It's actually not even the first friend I've had go through something like this. It's the first one this bad. This one's really bad.
How many people have you had this happen to? A lot or just a few?
Dude, that's got to be our third one, right?
There
was Chris D'Elia, who I wasn't friends with, but we were friendly. You know?
Wasn't he a comedian?
It was just like a professional.
I know that name.
Really.
He was also on Top of the World, and then
What did he do that messed up?
kind of similar stuff, to be honest.
Just the young girls?
Well, actually, I don't know if it was similar or even worse, because he was, or I don't know if I want to say worse, but he was doing similar shit. It was gross.
Well,
yeah.
I was reading this article, and it says when Leo DiCaprio was 22, he dated girls 22. When he was 32, he dated girls 22. When he was 42, he dated girls 22.
That's
now
true.
he's 48. He's still dating girls.
That's-
So it almost sounds like your story. But they wrote
Except
a
they're,
whole thing
except
on
they're
him.
16 instead of 22.
Yeah, well, at least they're always over 21. They
Well, what do
said.
you think about Leo
Leonardo
getting older, but his girl's staying the same age?
A lot of older guys like younger girls. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's been around for years. I mean, and in a hotel where I see it almost every day.
Why
It's
do you
not
think
like-
older guys like younger girls?
They're more attractive. They're fresher.
hotter.
Yeah, they're better
Fresher.
looking. Hmm.
What do you mean fresher?
They're young. They're young.
young.
They're a lot younger women are more attractive than older women.
Right.
So
Yo, bro, I
That's
met
just
this
a
high school
statement.
girl that was hot as fuck tonight.
what was that?
What would you? Oh,
What
that
the hell was that?
That was Keemstar. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There it is. Old women are nasty. Would you say go that far?
See, I have a funny joke, but I'm not allowed to do jokes. I used it on the boardwalk. That
You're doing really good.
young
without
woman,
the-
old woman, but I'm not going to do
Yeah,
it.
don't.
Nope.
Don't do it.
But or the situations, because I'm always writing, I always have that little thing in the back pocket.
Right. I have it ready, but we're not shooting it off.
We're not
today.
doing it today. No.
In fact, I think you're doing great. I think people like regular Jimmy. Are you guys seeing evidence of that?
Oh, up until about 45 seconds ago, yeah.
Up to what? I didn't hear what he said.
Well, I think you saying old women are repulsive may have.
I didn't
rubbed-
say that. I
Right.
said younger women are more attractive to older guys than older women. I did not say they were repulsive.
Right. I put that word.
And
in
I've
your mouth.
traveled all over with my wife, and in Europe, it's commonplace. And in my
What's
hotel,
the-
I see it.
And what?
Very, very common in Europe. The
What's-
older guy, younger girl.
What is the cap in terms of like where you find a woman to be hottest? Like what age?
Probably
wouldn't you go?
20s and early 30s.
Early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Anything over that is damaged goods.
No, you're asking me a question. I mean, you have to look at people. I mean, I'm not as good looking
Just
as
look
I
at
was when I was young. I got to do the hair different now and
Yeah,
all that. But when I was young, I was good looking. So it's the same for a guy, too. There's a lot of older women that like younger guys.
Would you have sex with a woman over 35?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Over 40?
You start pushing it when you hit
Yeah,
40.
you're pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfuckable.
Well, not as good, not as good looking as when they're young. Chuck, you're
sucks to be a woman, doesn't it? No, I'm asking.
You're
I
asking
appreciate-
me.
Dude,
I'm being honest.
Your honesty is what matters. It's
I'm being
everything
honest.
to me, and I
Yeah.
appreciate. But it sucks to be a woman, doesn't it? Because it's like,
Well, you know, my mom told me as a kid, it was, and I didn't get it, but I get it now. She always said to me, you know, women when they're young and they're good looking, they kind of have the world by the balls. But guys always can age gracefully, and they can always get a
We
younger
flip it on
woman.
them.
But as the woman gets older, they're less attractive, and the guys have it better when they're older. My mom was telling me that when I was little,
You
and
flip
I
it.
and I didn't understand that till now that I'm older. But you know, she told me that.
and how old is your wife?
My wife is 51.
And would you say she's attractive or?
Very attractive.
Yeah.
I have to say that or I'm out of the will.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
That's the truth. But I've been with my wife for years, and I met her.
Are you guys still active?
Yeah, we're active.
Yeah,
We take walks together and everything. Sure. Is that what you meant? Or
Like
did you mean-
sexually active?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
sexually
yeah,
active.
yeah.
We take walks.
And take walks.
We take
Good for
walks.
you.
We take walks actually with the mailman on his day off.
Oh God, not the mailman. Oh, that's a joke, Jimmy.
No, it wasn't. It's
Yes, it
honest.
was.
It's not a joke. It wasn't a
Don't
joke.
push.
It's the truth.
Don't push.
We're friendly with the mailman home, and it wasn't a joke. We take walks with the mailman. I say, if it wasn't a joke, you cannot X that.
That sounds like a sexual thing.
No, it's a
No,
joke
no,
about
no.
your wife has sex with the mailman.
Yeah.
No.
In fact, I've heard you say that.
you
joke
missed-
before,
you
Jimmy.
missed it.
Jimmy, don't push.
No.
I'm not a fool. I know when it's a
It's
joke
not
being
a
told.
sexual
You're
joke.
not walking with your mailman. Stop it.
No, the joke with the mailman is, did you ever take a walk on your day off? Because he walks
You
when he does
literally
his
said you
job.
did-
But it wasn't
Stop
a
it.
sexual one. You
Don't push.
misunderstood.
Don't
You
push.
totally misunderstood.
Don't push.
Okay.
Don't, come on, I'm not an idiot, Jimmy.
And it's a sexual.
It was a
dance.
joke.
It wasn't a sexual joke.
That's one.
No, can I talk?
You could talk, but I'm saying that's one strike.
No, guys, listen. If I meet a guy and I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "A mailman." I said, "Did you ever take a walk on your day off?" So that's how that joke's intended. It wasn't intended
No, but you were good.
sexually at all.
It's sexual.
No, but it doesn't matter if it's sexual. You were saying you sleep with your wife, and also the mailman. You all go for a walk together with the mailman. That's a joke.
We take a walk with the mailman because the
Do you walk with the mailman?
No, the mailman.
Do you walk with the
No,
mailman?
no.
That's then enough said.
Okay, I'm done.
That's one strike. Unless your ass is walking with the mailman.
The joke was a joke about the mailman. It had nothing to do with sex. That's all.
The sex, I don't care about the sex. That's not the rule.
Okay.
Thank you. That's one.
Okay.
Keeping you on your toes there, Jimmy.
All right.
Jimbo. Okay. I'm going to thank our sponsors, then we're going to have a call in. Actually, Dan, can you send me the Zoom link in Discord so I'll pass it to him?
Sure can.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can, yeah. Jimmy's going to use the restroom.
Alrighty. Here, I will send this to you right now.
You got to love Jimmy's honesty. At the very least, he... You know what I mean? Like, who does... Here, let me give you... shit. Here, send it on WhatsApp so I can copy-paste it.
Okay. Done.
Jimmy, maybe be giving Shirtless Eddie a run for his money.
You know...
Not a bad co-host.
Not at all. You know, when Jimmy pulled in today, he got out of his car, and then he put his hands up to Ian's car and just looked in the back window. I don't know what that was about, but...
I would love to ask him about that. You filmed it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I knew he'd have an epic entrance, so I wanted to capture it.
And then, Dan, I'll give you his email, and you can send it to him there, too, just so he gets it in 2 spots.
Sounds good.
Here is his email. So there it is. Looking forward to that.
Got it.
Okay. Fantastic. So let me thank our sponsors then. Our wonderful sponsors. Yes, yes. I'm talking about Gamer Sup. That's revolutionizing the drink game. Gamers rise up. I got my shaker cup. It's GG, baby. Gamer Sup. Hit that. I can't give up the black cherry.
And success.
It's so good. Yeah, Gamer Sup is changing the whole game, man.
All different flavors.
Here's the thing I want you guys to know. Free sample packs for the next 24 hours.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you.
I like that.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you guys right now. If you go to gamersups.gg/h3, links in the description, to get you'll get a free sample pack. All you have to do is add it to the cart, hit checkout, enter your mailing address, and enter your email address. You don't even have to put a credit card. You don't have to do anything. The total is 0, and the sample comes to your house. Does it get? I mean,
absurdly good deal.
it's like you can't. You just like it's all.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Well, usually they're like, oh, you got to put in a credit card and stuff too. But they're like, no, just give me.
You don't even have to
just
think
tell
about
me
it,
where to
dude.
send it.
Yep.
You guys know we love Gamer Sup. We always hit this, man. It's great. If you're, trying to lose weight, not drink sugary drinks, if you don't like coffee, it's a great way to get caffeine. It's a great way to hydrate. It's a great way to get off sugary drinks. They've got tons of awesome flavors.
All different flavors.
They've got all different flavors. That's true, Jimmy. I just love it. I love it so much. And, I've seen a lot of people saying...
Ethan, how much do you love it?
So much, Jimmy.
Okay.
Do you think... How much do you love it?
I haven't tried it.
Mm-hmm.
I will now. Is it like an energy drink? Like the Power Plus XX is?
Kind of, yeah.
Thanks,
Kind of
Liv.
like an energy drink, I guess, right? You can say that.
Yeah, it's an energy drink.
An energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powder. You dissolve it in water with a shaker and ice. It's great. Anyway, but we're almost done with this. So, anyway, guys, go get the free sample. I mean, come on, right? Links in the description. It's just so awesome. I love me some Gamer Sup. And they're such a great sponsor, so show them some love. Thank you, guys. Oh, I was going to say, I see lots of people tagging me saying, this isn't something I'd usually try, but I got the free sample and I love it. Like that soft girl. Did we ever show that?
The what?
Olivia, remember that girl Soft, who she tried Gamer Sup? Do we have that screenshot? Whatever. Yeah. And thank you to PayPal Honey. Mm-hmm. Love me some honey. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey I Love You, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. You know about Honey, Jimmy?
No.
It's so great.
What actually
It's
is
a
it?
free Chrome extension. You know what a Chrome extension is?
No, I'm
Right.
so sorry. I don't know this stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
go ahead.
So if you know what Chrome is, okay. Do you know what a computer is?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what a web browser is?
Yes.
Okay. So Chrome is a web browser.
Oh, Google Chrome.
Google Chrome.
That I do know. I apologize.
And that's okay. And so on Google Chrome, you can add extensions that enhance or modify your experience.
On Google.
On Google Chrome.
On Google Chrome.
Right.
I understand.
One of these extensions is called Honey.
What does it actually do?
Good question, Jimmy. What Honey does is when you're shopping at your favorite online store
Right.
and you're at checkout, it scours the internet automatically for the best coupon code and automatically applies it.
Okay, so it saves you money, so it's a valuable thing because you get an ROI on it.
Guess how much it cost?
I see it. It's $13.41.
No, guess how much Honey cost?
$13.41.
You think Honey costs? Well, I'll surprise you.
Says
It's
it
not. It's not $1,300 for Honey. It's free.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Free. That's actually savings. This is something we bought. Hila bought this. It's like a piece of furniture. We saved $150, $149 thanks to Honey.
So every time you buy something, they'll throw a coupon in the highest one automatic. You don't have to even do anything.
Nothing.
That's right.
It's phenomenal.
It is.
So it's amazing how these ingenious people on the computer just find different ways to come up with things that are valuable that give ROI to people, and then they can make money on them.
Yeah.
So different than my generation. Everything with us was bricks and mortar. You got to open up a store. Like your dad had a bike shop. I have dental offices. It's so different today.
It is.
It really is.
But yeah, I think you summarized that great. It is, it's
metrics
just
are
free
just
money.
different.
It's such a fantastic app. I love it. I use it on all my browsers. So
Do you guys, does the crew use this too? Do you guys all use it?
Yeah, I have it installed on all my browsers as well.
You're kind of a sucker if you don't have it.
I got to tell Joanne.
Because you buy stuff online, right, Jimmy? Yeah. Who does?
The offices do, like Staples and stuff.
Oh, Staples. You're
an Office Depot.
They got coupons and shit.
Okay, so it's called Honey. Okay.
Honey PayPal, but Honey's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, also interesting, it doesn't just work on desktops anymore. It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Thank you, guys. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/H3. That's joinhoney.com/H3. That might be the best read we've ever done. Thanks to Jimmy.
Oh, thank you. That was nice, Ethan, you're becoming like...
Look, we have kind of a frenemies thing going on here, too.
No, I don't have a close relationship with my brother for a lot of reasons. You're almost becoming like my brother from another mother. You're like a good person.
Oh,
like,
that's interesting.
Robert Ray, I have to say something. I met him the other day. He's the plastic surgeon, and he said something very nice.
You're going back to the story I cut you off on.
Yeah, but it proves the point about you. He said to me, you're like a very happy, kind, nice person, and he gave me his cell phone. He wants to like have dinner and hang out. I met him for 10 minutes.
You guys are contemporaries,
Right, but the thing is, it's like with you. Like, I'm older. If you're nice, I want to hang out with you. Or not, I don't. It doesn't matter whether you have money or not. I have money. It's not about that.
What's your net worth? I asked you that already, didn't I?
I can't.
Many times.
It's good.
Many times. Many times?
Yeah, but the thing is, Heath.
Many times
I'm
I've asked,
older,
apparently.
and you're younger, and it's important for me to have nice relationships because I maybe didn't have.
Would
that
you
as a
consider
child.
yourself rich?
I would say well off. Is
Not
a better
rich.
word.
Well off.
Oh, Lynn's rich.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. By the way,
Yeah.
Soph, who's
you
a
want to
big...
hear? Wait a minute. You want to hear the joke? It's
No.
not. No, it's not a joke. You want to hear the saying with me and Lynn? I say, am I allowed to curse?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm telling you...
It's not a joke. It's not a joke.
Okay, I'm going to judge that independently.
It's funny. I say, Lynn.
You can't attempt to be funny.
No, it's funny, but I'm going to tell you, it's not a joke.
I mean, I just said you can't even attempt to be funny.
It's the truth.
But the rules are not only...
All right, well, then I won't.
Yeah, right? Like, he can't attempt to be funny.
I won't do it.
I mean...
It wasn't a joke.
You want to greenlight it?
If it's just an anecdote that's slightly
an
humorous,
anecdote.
that's not really the same as like
I
being a
think
jokester.
he
you
can
know?
I don't want to get an X for it. I'd rather not.
He can be witty.
Go ahead.
So I always kid with Lynn. I go, Lynn, I have fuck you money, but you have fuck everybody money. So it's like cute, but that's true, which makes it funny.
You got the rim shot.
It's funny and true.
It's
yeah,
funny
it's
and
funny,
true.
but then it's not like a joke. It's just
You did get a rim shot, though.
What's a rim shot?
Go ahead, Zach. You don't know what a rim shot is? And you're old-timey? What?
What does that mean?
After a joke. Parata.
Are you fucking kidding me, Jimmy?
That's a boom.
It's a rim shot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
I know what that is, but I didn't know you called it that.
Thing.
I didn't know you called it that.
Okay, all right. Soph, who's apparently a fan of the show and now a permanent friend of the show, she just randomly tweeted this out or storied this. She said, "This is so random, but not what I would usually post. But I ordered some free samples of Gamer Stuff through the HU podcast. Had to pay a few quid for delivery. I guess because she's in England. I don't know.
Likely. Because I saw some people saying that they had to pay for shipping, but other
If
people
they're
were saying
outside
that
domestic,
Yeah, I think if it's outside the U.S., you might have to pay.
Which is, I think, fair because it's really expensive.
Very
these days.
expensive to ship to the
But
UK.
anyway, she said this mango one tastes so good. Honestly, thought it would taste too artificial, but to me, it tastes like mango juice. So, Sophie, we love you.
That's my favorite too.
Mango Meta. What does that say, Heath? Mango Meta. That said down at the bottom there.
The flavor?
Yeah, it's all different flavors.
All different flavors.
Ah.
Is our guest connected, Dan?
They are.
Okay, I'm sorry to put you on hold, dude. I just need to use the restroom before we get into this. So, because I don't want to step away mid.
You want to message him that when you're going to the bathroom to?
No, he's probably watching.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you could type to him, right? He's on Zoom. Say, hey,
not before I let him into.
Okay. So anyway, we'll be back in 1 minute. And Jimmy,
how am I doing?
You're doing phenomenal.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, pound it for that. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys, Jimmy, talk about when you lost your virginity.
I remember the day. Who's going to question me on this, AB?
December 7th, 1945.
Sure.
It was when I was 15 or 16 years old.
Was it summertime?
It was the summertime. It was a girl, because I grew up in a seashore town. It was a girl that I met in the summer. I even remember the name of the girl.
What was her name?
Should I say that? I live on the air.
Wait, you don't have full name.
I do remember her name.
Her first name.
What's their first name?
Amy.
Okay, I think that's generic enough that nobody's going to be able to.
Yeah.
She's still around?
I have no idea. She had a summer home there with her mom in Margate. I grew up in Longport, a small little town, and met her on the beach.
The 40s were a wild time, dude.
It was the 80s. Get real now. Don't push me up higher than I am. I already feel bad enough that I'm in my 50s, early 50s, so don't make it worse. Thanks, Olivia. Olivia loves me.
We all younger, Jimmy.
Oh, I appreciate that.
We love James.
I appreciate you guys having me on, and I appreciate you guys being nice. My goal today is to make friends with Dan.
Absolutely.
I want to be
like
Dan's buddy by the end of the day, and
I have no beef with Dr. Wiener.
That's funny.
I have no beef with Dr.
He has
Wiener.
no beef with.
I don't.
Hebrew National Dr. Wiener.
Jimmy came in today and he gave us all nicknames. Do you want to tell everyone the nickname you gave to Dan?
Dan's nickname is Stalin. Can I tell him, Zach, your nickname?
Please do.
King Jew.
Clever.
AB's nickname? Yes, no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
The Caliph Mufti. Olivia's nickname? Bright Eyes, because she has beautiful eyes.
Oh, see, he knows what he's doing today.
Sam's nickname is the Hippy Dippy Weatherman. The airport weather is dark tonight with scattered sunlight tomorrow. She's the Hippy Dippy Weather Girl. And Cam is Peter Pan. And what was Ian? Oh, he was Harry Houdini.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Is that...
That's what my mom used to call me grow up. She says, you never want to grow up. You always want to be a kid. So Cam's so artistic and talented. He's like a little kid.
He's a little kid.
Yeah.
Do you see Cam as like?
just
Do you
cute.
see your young self in Cam? Do you kind of feel a kinship there between you and Cam? Do you feel a kinship
I think
there?
Cam is a very kind, nice person.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I have with Cam.
He is, and that is
super, just a good guy. That was how I felt when I was here this year, and he's like, I'm going to do the edit. I said, I'm going to give you some money. He goes, I don't want any money. I just like you. I said, well, you don't know me. But he was just so nice to me. And
we're going back to the plastic surgeon?
No, Cam.
Oh, he's...
Cam, when he was just nice last
Peter
year.
Pan.
When,
Peter Pan. All right, we have someone on hold.
Yep.
We have an esteemed guest here who I'm very much looking forward to talking to again. Let's get him on the line and then...
Okay, I'll let him in right now. Stand by.
There we go.
Hey, Sebastian.
How's it going?
Thanks
How's
for
it going?
calling.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you got to get that LaCroix queued up, huh? Get it in the chamber, as they say. First of all,
yes, sir.
Thank you so much for calling in. You know, I really appreciate it. You know, so we're we're here.
Before we start, could I just sent you guys a request to record it if you guys could accept that,
Absolutely,
that'd be great.
absolutely. Yeah.
I just clicked allow.
It doesn't seem so, but that's okay.
Recording in progress.
Okay.
Oh wow, they really let the people know. Okay, well, so
where are you at, Ethan? Are you in the Amazon rainforest?
Oh, you see the green screen? No, I'm in Los Angeles. It looks like a shithole in actuality, but here it's beautiful. Okay, so Sebastian, I kind of was refreshing everybody. You went viral for your Lamborghini clip and a few other things. But recently what caught my attention was this clip of you talking about me. And I thought, let's just go through it. Let's just go through it and talk it out, right? Because that's the best way to deal with these things, right? So let's hash it out. So here's Sebastian on Ethan Klein on his TikTok page. Let's see.
Some people are really stupid. Ethan Klein is the worst.
Okay, so I am really stupid. Let's start there, I guess.
Did I say that? Did I say Ethan Klein is really stupid?
Oh, here, I'll go back.
Some people are really stupid. Ethan Klein is the worst.
No, he said Ethan Klein is the worst person or something.
We'll get to that next.
I said some people are really stupid. And then when I said that, I was just like, okay, I got to talk about Ethan Klein.
Now, what made you think about me when you said some people are really stupid? Because that's how usually in language you're presupposing, you say some people are really stupid, like Ethan Klein, who I'm now going to talk about.
Yeah, so I was talking about someone else. His name is Bryce Hall. And we were just talking about some people basically jumping to conclusions, taking things that I've said out of context and then jumping to a conclusion with absolutely no evidence.
Do you think
and then believing those things? Well, hold on. And then believing those things without any actual evidence. And I was like, okay, people like that don't dig deep or fully know what they're talking about are in that moment really stupid. Maybe not stupid as people, but just being stupid in the moment.
Okay, interesting.
That's what I meant by that.
We'll put a pin in that. That's interesting. So would you say that this is taken out of context, or how would you describe this? You say some people are really stupid. Ethan Klein.
What do you mean taken out of context?
Well, it's edited. Like, you can't deny that it's edited to say I'm really stupid.
Well, I didn't tell the editors to do it that way. They edit however they edit. I didn't even approve that clip before it went out. So.
Okay, it's on your TikTok. This is your official TikTok page, right? Official. It says official.
No, actually, it's not. So I don't even have the login to that account. I have a team of people that post content for me to try to get more awareness for like me.
Okay.
And
your team is posting on this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that's your people. All right. So the stupid thing, we're not standing by that, which is, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm stupid. I don't think I'm the sharpest guy in the world, but I wouldn't say I'm stupid.
No, you're not Ethan, you're not a stupid person. I mean, everybody does stupid things. Everybody has stupid moments. People make mistakes.
Yep.
I wouldn't say you're stupid, but yeah, what you did when you criticized me, you and your wife were saying some things that were just you guys were just jumping to a bunch of conclusions with no evidence at all. And a lot of them are wrong. You guys have this perception of me based on like several pieces of information, tiny pieces of information as to who I am. I
do want to get into that stuff.
I'm here to show you that.
Yeah, good. Great. I want to get into all that. So let's go. Once we get through this, then we can go talk about whatever we've said. Here it is.
People are really stupid. Ethan Klein is the worst person on the planet.
We all know. Okay, so you say Ethan Klein's the worst person on the planet.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you think I'm the worst person on the planet?
I'm quoting you, actually.
I said you're the worst.
You said that.
I said you're the worst.
No, you've said.
No, you said.
You said that I'm the worst. No, you said.
I don't know. I'm just watching your video, bro.
All right, listen. I'll send I'll email or I'll DM you a link of the video where you say, "I'm the worst person on the planet." You say it. I'm quoting you.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Do you remember?
I don't remember it, to be frank. But we can look it up. We can look it up.
And to be completely honest, and I'm sure you're aware of this, you don't have like exactly the best reputation in the YouTube space. Like,
great.
Your content a lot of the time is pretty hateful and pretty negative.
Right.
And I know you guys have beef with a lot of people. You don't like a lot of people, and I know you don't have the best reputation.
So when you say I don't have the best reputation, do you just mean that I cause a lot of beef? Is that what you mean? That by reputation?
Well, no, because your content, just since the beginning, your content has always been about like criticizing, making fun of, talking shit, disagreeing with people that have different beliefs than you, making fun of them, calling them names, etc. So you have a very negative audience, like a very negative type of content that you put out there. And I know you've had some beef with some people. I was doing some research on you, and you had beef with Keemstar, and obviously you don't like Andrew Tate. And I don't know. There's probably more people that I'm.
Do you like those two guys?
I don't know anything about Keemstar. I've met Andrew before in London. When I met him, he was very nice to me.
Yeah,
and
he was
that's
very
what I know
nice
about
to you.
Andrew.
Okay, so do you think it's possible that when I'm criticizing people, it's from a place of like I think maybe the people that I'm criticizing are doing harm on other people?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can. That's fine. Like if you think somebody is hurting someone else and you want to call that out, you can. But your style, and you can't even argue.
Jimmy's passing me a note. One second. Jimmy passed me a note. He thinks you're too young to understand.
He's a kid.
I would completely disagree.
He says you're a kid.
Has anything to do with it?
Yeah.
No. Just because I'm young doesn't mean I don't have a lot of wisdom, Jimmy. I don't know how old you are, but I've been through a lot in my life. I've had a lot of experiences that people
How
don't
old
have.
are you? How old are you?
It doesn't matter. That's my entire point, is that it does not matter. And I'll tell you, I'm 24 years old, but I've done a lot of things and I've been in a lot of positions that most people haven't, and
Go ahead,
that
Jimmy,
gives me
say it into the
experience
mic.
and wisdom.
I don't want to fight.
But okay, I'm sorry. Listen, I just want to let's go through this video. So you said
is the worst person on the planet.
It's just weird if it's like a joke and you're trying to reference stuff. It's edited like you're just saying these things. You say he's dumb and he's the worst person in the world. So are you not you're not backing that up? You're saying we don't.
No, Ethan, first of all, I'm quoting you.
Okay.
Second of all,
so do you believe I'm the worst person in the world?
Hold on.
In this video, you say Ethan's the worst person in the world. There's no context about you making a joke.
Can I answer?
I just want to stay on the point. Yeah, of course, please.
Okay. In that video, I'm obviously being sarcastic. Okay? You're not the worst person on the planet. All right? You understand that? You're smart, right? I'm obviously being sarcastic. Just how I was being sarcastic when I said everyone in their 20s should have a Lambo. There's sarcasm. And it's actually a specific style of sarcasm called deadpanning.
Okay,
where it's designed to look like I'm almost being realistic.
You're doing deadpan humor.
That's not deadpan.
Sure, yeah.
And
so
are you a
obviously you're
student
not
of
the
the
worst
comedies?
person on the planet. Are you the best person? No. Are you a person that's good? Are you a net positive? Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not, based on the content that you put out there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I like that. That's a good starting point. We'll come back to that. I'll keep going.
We all know this. He's the worst person on the planet.
He wishes he was us.
He
does.
So this is awesome. Like, obviously it's not you saying it, but you didn't challenge him. Do you think that I wish I was you or your buddy here? You can be honest.
No, I don't think so. I think that you probably are okay with who you are.
Because you're okay. So your buddy says, "I wish I was him." Do you think he really means that? Because you do a podcast with him.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, he's actually my business partner. But yeah, I talked to him.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you wish you were us?
Absolutely, man. You guys got it all. I mean, everything that I don't have, right? Like everything I don't have.
So you do?
Yeah. I was like, for example, what is it that you guys have that you think I would wish to have?
Well, I don't believe this, but if you want to talk about this, we can talk about it. Is that what you want to do?
I'm curious, yeah, since you seem to be open to entertaining the idea. So I'm curious, what are the enviable traits of your life?
Do you want to talk about this, or can we get through the video? I mean, I could tell you this, but I feel like we're just we're ranting, like we're just going off.
Okay,
in
let's
another
watch
direction.
the video. Yeah, let's do that.
I would love to speak to him. I'd love to talk to him and go on his podcast. I would try to change his life.
Oh,
But I think I'd have a hard time. That'd be the final boss. The toughest battle. Some people are really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm actually really excited to talk to you. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm all smiley.
Go ahead, man. This is your opportunity to change my
How can
life. And I'm in desperate need of it, too.
Man. That's the goal, man. So can I ask you this then? So now that we're done with the video, why you've defended obesity and you've bragged about being out of shape and being overweight. Why do you do that? Why don't you think that it's appropriate to take care of yourself and have a healthy body?
Thank you for asking that, because I think it's interesting you started this conversation by accusing me and my wife of taking things out of context and how bad and how stupid that makes you look. It's funny that you say that, because it's pretty obvious if you go back to anything I said about it, is that I 100% respect people that exercise. I obviously am a rational person. I understand that exercise is important. It's healthy. And I don't think that obesity is anything to be brag about. In fact, I'm always trying to lose weight. People know it's a big part of my personality is that I recently gained weight from taking antidepressants, and I'm trying to work it off and stuff. So, and also, I will say, as a comedian, I felt that, to me, it was pretty obviously a joke. Once again, I don't know if I would call it deadpan. I'll have to look up the exact genre of comedy. Maybe you guys could think about that, maybe to help you consume it. But the joke I was making is that if I spend X amount of time on the treadmill, right, will it make me live X amount of time more? And in the segment, we crunched the numbers, and we figured out that working out does pay off. And in fact, there's people laughing in the clip behind that. So you started off by saying that people don't get the proper context. So now now that you've heard the full context, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, thank you for explaining it to me. That's a much better response. That's a much better stance on it. I would
that was always my
agree
stance.
with you.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, thank you for explaining it to me. Yeah, it's good. I would say you should try very hard to exercise and have a great body. It makes you feel good. If you feel good, you're going to think good. You're going to perform better. You're going to be happier about yourself. You're going to be proud of yourself. It's good for your mental health. It increases your lifespan.
I know that. No, I agree.
So
yeah,
that's great. I mean, that's great. Are you still on antidepressants?
Yes, I am.
So you're currently, would you describe yourself as a depressed person? Are you currently depressed?
No, I'm not currently depressed.
Can I
So why are you taking?
Well,
why are you taking depressed?
Yeah, because yeah, I was depressed. I was having a hard time a few years ago, and I decided to try Lexapro, and it's really helped me a lot. It's actually I recommend people that are feeling depressed that they should actually I think people should try it. In fact, I recommend it.
So I would disagree. I would say that there's a lot of things you could try before taking medication, synthetic medication, to cure this, because depression can come from a lot of things. And if you sit down and think about it, it's probably going to be different for every single person. But I was depressed at one point. My mom was depressed. We were depressed for different reasons. My mom took antidepressants. I didn't. I was depressed because I didn't like the way that I looked when I was a kid. And instead of taking medication, I just tried really hard to get really, really healthy.
So when you say that you have the wisdom,
well, hold on.
Hold on. This is important. You acknowledge that you've been depressed, but you also talk about you have the wisdom of a 24-year-old. Do you think that there's other reasons that people could be depressed other than kind of adolescence anxiety about the way that they look, which is pretty common? Let's be real. I think everybody's insecure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's several reasons why people could be depressed, and I'm not going to try to name them off to you, but I think that there's plenty of reasons people could be depressed. But either way, depression will come from you're not in a situation that you like. You're not where you like to be, whether that's done to you outside of you or whether you've done it to yourself. It's just you're not happy with your situation or where you're at in life. And a lot of the times you can personally make a change, or you can react differently to make that situation better. And doing that, like actually reacting, like for me to go to the gym and come up with a diet plan and learn and work on getting a six pack is a lot harder than popping a pill every
Popping
morning.
pills is the easy way out.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what's
understand that.
interesting?
So it's like everyone's going to always opt for, well, not everyone, but most of the time you're going to opt for the easiest route. But I don't believe that the easiest route is the good route. I think the harder route is
I
the good
actually
route.
think your opinion is super toxic, and it's actually super basic. And you talk about wisdom. And I think
Toxic.
no, and I'll explain to you why. Well, you're making a lot of assumptions about me. Again, I've been to a lot of therapy, and I've tried lots of things to improve my situation. The pills was the last ditch effort to do something to help my situation. In fact, if you'll know, I had the pills next to my bed for months because I was so apprehensive to take it because of all the opinions of people like you because I felt that too, like that people say it's the easy way out. People who kind of are in the Sigma grind set like you. It's actually the hardest decision I had to make in my mental health recovery was the decision to take the pill, right? And I think for a lot of people, that's the reality of taking antidepressants. It's not the easy way out. It's actually the hardest decision to make.
My mom went through it, and what you said's right. What you just said's right. She went through this for years.
Right.
She was bipolar. So you said the truth. You spoke from your heart.
Thank you, Jimmy. I did speak from my
You're
heart.
making me almost cry.
How
I never heard
how
you
is
talk
my
like
opinion
that.
toxic?
That's crazy.
Well, it's toxic because I've heard this opinion a lot of your peers and people who share that opinion with you. And I think it's toxic because it's discouraging men specifically from seeking out valid and very helpful treatments for their problems. You think that going to the gym is going to resolve all your issues. And I think that's actually...
No,
You
I
talk
didn't
about,
say that.
What,
No, I didn't say that.
You say...
I said, look, if you don't like the way you look, get in the gym. Don't take an antidepressant pill. That is not a toxic
I could have
opinion
told
at
you
all,
that.
and that is the correct thing. That is the correct thing to do.
Yeah, but that's not that interesting of a statement, is it? Because that's
It
pretty
doesn't
obvious.
have to be interesting. Yeah, oftentimes the correct thing is boring, and it's yeah, sure, it could be basic and boring.
I also
but
don't
that's
think
correct.
that's clinical depression. You have 24 years of wisdom, so I don't want to patronize you. But if you're able to go to the gym and go through the depression and kind of shake off the depression, I don't think that is clinical depression. That's
not depression.
Yeah, that's
appearance.
Yeah, I mean, who are you to say why I felt depressed? I had a very depressive feeling.
Right. Well,
because
there
I
is a
didn't like this
clinical
part about myself.
Yeah, there is a clinical
So there's, I mean,
depth of-
you it's an opinion.
Right.
It's
No,
not,
it's not.
You guys can't. You're not. You have no authority to say what's okay to cause my depression or what isn't. I mean, I don't know why you're depressed, but I'm not going to sit here and say, well, that's not a fair reason to be depressed. Why are you depressed? Why were you depressed?
No. I'm not saying it's not a fair reason. I'm saying that there is a clinical definition of what clinical depression is, right? And chances are, if you're young and you go to the gym and shake it off, you probably don't have clinical depression. And can I ask you, were you ever diagnosed with depression?
Yeah, I think I went to when I went and got therapy for a period of time, and I went to a psychiatrist as well, and they said I just have some similar symptoms, like I'm over there, but
you're over.
I didn't take any medication, any medication for it. I worked my way out of it, and this is also so you understand.
Can I say something? You say you worked your way out of it. It implies that people who have clinical depression are not doing everything that they can to get rid of it before they take the medicine. There's this implicit thing that you and your peers say is that people who have depression are weak, and that if they taking the medicine, that's a sign of weakness. Right?
No, not at all.
Medicine is a cop out. It's the easy way out.
No, not at all. I'm not saying people that have depression are weak. I would argue that most people feel depressed at some point in their life. That's what I would feel.
Well,
most people I know.
That's not an
most of my
argument.
friends-
That's a known fact. People go through depressive periods. It's absolutely normal.
So everyone has been there, and it's not weak for you to be depressed. Everyone has been depressed.
No, that's not
maybe
what I'm
in that
saying.
moment. Maybe in that moment you're being a little bit weak in that moment.
Taking
Maybe
the
not. I don't
medicine
know.
is the weakness that you're implying.
I'm saying that there's a lot that should be done before you take medicine, and I'm also saying that even though you're not, I'm saying that is going to be hard. Like whatever that you have to do before you take medicine, whether it be go to the gym or work and mend a relationship, it's going to be extremely difficult, and people are going to give up far too soon before it fixes itself and they can pull themselves out of that feeling, out of that state. Okay, so taking a pill, yes, you said you could think about taking it for months and it can be on your mind. But for you to go into the gym or for you to fix something in your life, that could take way longer than months, and it could be way harder than thinking about taking a pill.
Do you think?
And people oftentimes give up.
You and your contemporaries talk often about going to the gym. It's very important to you guys, and it seems almost like. And I Bradley Martin's a friend of mine, and I don't mean to.
By the way, my kids are in the gym all the time, so
it's good.
Kids his age, they're all. Kudos to him. My sons want to be built. They lift weights. They want to look good for the girls. It makes them feel good.
The gym
yeah,
is
it's a good thing. When
but I'm
my
saying
kids do it.
there's this weird emphasis that like the gym can fix all your problems, and I find that odd.
No, not at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this will fix one of the problems. And absolutely, all men should go to the gym. Men should be proud of what they look like. Men should be strong. That's their job. You have to protect your girlfriend, your wife. You have to protect your kids. So it's your job as a man to be physically strong, to protect those people that rely on you.
Okay.
For sure.
So your job as a man is to be strong, to protect them from physical violence if you need to.
One of the many jobs.
Yeah.
Yes. One of the many jobs you have. One of the many responsibilities of being a man.
Right. And in the modern world, I understand that because, as we all know, there's constantly bandits and vigilantes and barbarians coming at us with spiked maces and shit.
Ethan, if somebody were to break into your house and you are not protected from it, and let's say you fight up against this dude, and this dude has he's stronger than you and he has more training of combat experience than you, he's going to kill you. He's going to win.
Yeah,
and then he's going to do whatever he wants to do to your wife and your kids and break your house. And that's just it's a hypothetical situation.
I have a gun because a fool would try to engage them in combat.
You really have a gun, Ethan?
Yeah, I have a shotgun for home defense. It'd be foolish.
What if you can't load your gun in time? What if you can't get to your gun in time? What if he has a gun?
Well,
There's
I
a lot
would
of
assume he would have a gun.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah, if someone broke in my house, I would assume they had a weapon.
Right, you're just not as prepared to deal with any situation possible, and that's just something that I don't feel good about. Like, I would rather be more prepared and better safe than sorry.
So
for sure, and that competence also would make me feel more confident. I wouldn't like have more anxiety. I wouldn't have more worry in my bed at night if somebody were to break in, or if I heard a sound outside.
Let me ask you
I
this.
would feel better about myself.
Can a six-pack stop bullets?
I mean, if you work it out hard enough, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
Six-pack stop bullets.
Right. Because it just seems like, I mean, being strong looks cool, and some women like it.
Yeah, well, I don't just work out either, Ethan. I also do, like, I train Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. I do combat sports.
Hell yeah,
I go to the gym. I do cardio. I do all sorts of stuff. I do a lot of. I go rock climbing. I play tennis.
Yeah, that sounds super fun and cool.
I can be.
That sounds super fun and cool.
It is. It's better than making fun of people on the internet all day.
Ooh, that was below the belt. That was below the belt. That last comment, below the belt.
No, it's okay. We're here to talk everything out. Well, you're talking about my professional
Ethan, you
job.
You should come with me. You should come with me, Ethan. We can go together.
He can show you,
it's really
Ethan,
fun.
The world. You need to learn.
We can fight. We can fight.
Years.
It would inspire you. You'd be like, this is fun. Let's do it more.
So let me ask you this:
I'd be down to do that.
Some men are smaller in stature. Are they just doomed to be a pathetic partner because they can't protect their family? What's your thoughts on small-statured, small muscled people who have, you know what I mean?
The little guy.
The little guy.
No. Yeah. My business partner is average or a little bit below average height, and I have some friends
what a loser.
as well. And they should do hold on. And they should do just that. They should also prepare and train themselves. When I was in jiu-jitsu, there was plenty of people that were smaller than me when I started out that had more experience than me that would kill me.
I want to ask you a very specific question though. Protecting the family is part of a man's job. So if you take a really short guy, like 5 foot, he's going to be better at that job, or you're going to be way better at that job than him, just on paper, right? You are better. When it comes to protecting the family, you got that on the little guy. You can speak
I
the
don't think I
truth.
understand what your point is.
No, the
I don't
point
understand
is
what the
that
point
you as a man have a job to protect the family. Some people are better at protecting the family because they're stronger and bigger, and some people are worse at protecting the family because they're littler or fatter or less muscular. So if a woman had to no, hold on. Let me. I want.
Let me answer.
I want to get the logic out of you. If if
I want to answer.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. So are you better at protecting your family than a 5-foot dude?
No, I think, like I just said, it depends on your level of competence. It depends on how well trained you are.
So you think a 5-foot dude's gonna Muay Thai a fucking
Hold on. Look, if you interrupt me all the time, you're never gonna understand what I'm trying to say. You're asking me a question, I'm trying to explain it to you.
I gotta sift for. No, you're right. They're gonna sift for gold, dude. Go ahead, Ola.
It depends on your level of training. If there is a 5-foot guy that came into my house and he is the most badass military dude that's been training for years, he'll probably win, right? I don't have as much.
You think
training.
there's a 5-foot guy who's a fucking Navy SEAL?
Probably, absolutely. Yeah. I think it depends on your level of competence. And like I just said, when I was doing jujitsu, there are people that were smaller than me that would win against me on a ground fight because they're way more trained in jujitsu. And same goes for Muay Thai. There could be a guy that's a little bit shorter than me or has like a smaller reach than me, and he could beat me in Muay Thai if he's been training his entire life because he has a better strategy than I do. Now, if you were to take somebody that's smaller and me, and we have the same exact level of training, then odds are I would probably win because I'm just bigger and I have more strength. Yes, obviously. That's not a surprise. But I'm not saying that if you're little, you have no chance at all. If you're little, you just have, I would say you have extra work to do. You have more work to do.
Yeah.
Why? How tall are you, Ethan? I mean, you're pretty tall, aren't you?
I'm like 5'11", but it doesn't matter really because I have a gun.
You have a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a gun, so you're fine.
Yeah, right, exactly. But exercising's cool. Hey, so let's move on to something else. This tweet we talked about on the show, you said, you should be able to see it on your computer. Men literally want one thing, large mountain-style home in the forest by a lake, pleasant wife with no attitude, 3 to 5 kids.
You guys didn't like that one.
Well, specifically, what is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
Can you give me another record? Thank you.
What's a pleasant?
Right. You guys, for 5 minutes, you were like, thank you. He literally said, men want one thing, and he listed off 5 things. And in that moment, I realized that, like, anytime you were looking into me, anytime that you got into something that was actually interesting, you're like, okay, parents grew up poor, came from a communist country, mom grew up uneducated. Somehow this kid's a millionaire. Boring. Okay.
What do I need to? I'm not here to fucking
he generated
suck your dick. I don't
$50
care.
in sales for his clients. He made a bunch of money on the internet. Boring. And then I go to this, and you guys talk about this for 5 minutes.
I'm here to talk about interesting stuff. I'm not here to have.
You're here to talk shit. You're here to talk shit.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm here. I want to. I think what's important, what's interesting is that we talk about the places where we conflict. I think it's great that you're an immigrant and you came to America and succeeded. It's like, okay, great. What do you want me to do? Suck your dick?
Ethan, no. Is it not more interesting that my parents came here to escape communism? They could barely speak the language, and I lifted my family out of poverty and turned us into multimillionaires. Is that not more interesting than me saying men want one thing? And
yes, but it's uncontroversial. Why would I want to discuss that? Tell me, what is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
Sebastian, can I ask
you know what an interesting conversation is? Do you think an interesting conversation entails someone just sucking your dick and doing a puff piece? I think that is what you think it is based on your podcast.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've done interesting stuff, and we could have interesting conversations.
Tell me, you wrote it. What is a pleasant wife with no attitude?
I'm just saying, Ethan, that there is a lot of interesting conversations that don't have to be controversial. But you don't know that because your entire brand is based on controversy.
No. I'm having an interesting conversation.
What's his job?
Based on our differences of opinion.
Right? What's his job?
So do you have a difference in opinion? You don't want a pleasant wife?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want a wife with attitude?
What does attitude mean?
A wife that nags, a wife that talks back to you, a wife that remarks at you and says sly comments. Do you want that in your house?
Right. Well, do you think that when a woman quote unquote nags, that's just like an inherent quality of women? Because you act like it's kind of right. Because you act like there would never be a reason for a woman to bother you about anything. Like your significant other would never have a legitimate reason to, quote, nag you.
I would never want my wife to call me weird names or like make remarks towards me. Yeah, like I would never want her to say that I'm stupid or I don't look good or just have an attitude
that's
with
just
me.
me.
If I ask her to do something, if
That's
I
not
ask her to
nagging.
do something, I wouldn't want her to have an attitude with me and I would want her to act and speak to me as if we were on the same team, the same way that I would do that for her.
Yeah, but that's obvious. You're saying I don't want her to call me ugly. I mean, that's just mean. That's just like a toxic relationship. That's nothing to do with pleasant wife with no attitude. Sometimes an attitude is warranted, right? Like you got a little attitude with me today. And that's cool, right? Because that's warranted because it's a little bit contentious, our conversation. So sometimes an attitude is justified, right?
I don't know. It depends on the scenario.
Okay. So it depends on the scenario. So is there ever a scenario that you would have with your significant other that would warrant her to have an attitude with you?
I mean, yeah, I imagine if I like did something really stupid, like if I don't know, I would never do this because I'm not a cheater, but I could imagine if I cheated, she'd have an attitude, which is
I think that's putting it mildly, yeah,
but
an attitude.
I would never do that because that is not the person that I am. But yeah, I just want a pleasant wife with no attitude. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would say that most women would want a pleasant husband that has ambition and has goals, and I think that's fine.
Well, yeah, and I want that in my woman too. I want a smart woman who has ambitions and goals too. But we're all different, right?
You agree with me? You agree with me on one thing?
Well, no, I think that people want partners that they respect.
So you agree with me, but you just don't like my verbiage.
No, I think your verbiage of no attitude implies that women are docile creatures there to be subservient and just obey and to, they're just there to make your home, right?
Well, that's just an assumption.
But it's in the language.
I mean, I love women. Women are the
I
the
didn't
most
say you don't
beautiful
love
things on
women,
this
bro.
planet. I know.
But they have a
telling you
role to
who I
play.
am.
They have a role, right?
No, they're the most. Yeah, well, women and men have a role to play, of course.
Right, but they have a specific
it's
role.
not-
What is the woman's role?
It's not subservient. They don't have to be subservient to the man, but they complement the man, and a man complements a woman. They make a great team together.
Okay, you're not saying anything. What is the woman's role?
To be, what do you mean? The woman's role in a
Yeah.
household?
Yeah.
Can you
In
be
a
more
relationship,
specific?
in a household, yeah.
Ooh, let's see.
I find it interesting that you're being so thoughtful about it now because I've seen millions of videos of you spitting this shit off. Like, this is what a woman needs to do. They need to be at home. They need to support the man.
I'm always thoughtful. No. I'm always thoughtful, and those videos
But it
that
seems
you
like
see,
something
I'm
you
probably
would
doing
know.
the same thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Those
What's the
videos
woman's
are
role?
highly edited. Those videos are highly edited.
But you're
and
putting them
quick
on your
like this.
TikTok, bro. It's your fucking
I'm not
voice.
putting
It's your team. You pay people to put it on the internet to make you look cool to other dudes. That's why it's there.
Let me answer your question.
Please.
And let me just think about it so I give you a good answer.
You said women prefer to submit. Why is that funny?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
I think a girl's job is to display a lot of love and a lot of. Hold on, let me get in focus.
Yes, focus.
I think a girl's job is to be the affectionate one, to be extremely affectionate, and to be very loving.
You sound
and very
insecure.
patient and very understanding for their children and their husbands, and to make the children feel loved and heard. I think that's a woman's job. I think it's her job to. Women have this kind of love for their children that nobody else in the world will understand.
I love my
Men
kids.
will never understand it.
No, I love. See, that's a little crazy
Yes.
to me.
I'm sure you do, but I think that
You think my
men and women
wife
love their
loves my
in
kids
different
more
ways.
than me, or differently?
No, I never said that. No, I said that they're different. I think a father and a mother will love their children differently, not more than the other, but just in different ways.
I disagree.
A father
with that.
loves.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's fine. And a father is going to want to protect his kids, and he's going to want to provide an environment where his family can feel safe. And he's also
so
going
you're
to want
saying
to pass
being
down
muscular,
lessons
like that's not
and
really an
pass down-
active role in their
pass
life.
down lessons,
Pass down lessons.
wisdom to his children.
Was this a fucking
and
like
the
medieval
the mother
times?
No, this is just nature.
We're
This is just what
we're
how it's
passing
always
down
been.
wisdom. Like, of what are we doing? Sitting around a campfire singing songs and shit. I feel like
All
you're.
right, Ethan, you're
All right,
you're
Ethan.
almost 40 years old.
I'm
You're almost 40 years
37.
old.
Yeah.
These things that you're saying, like you're just snapping back at me. Nothing you're saying, it's not like you're not disproving me in any way. You're just saying
I want
whatever comes to
to
your mind. You're
challenge
being very
your
emotional.
opinions.
You're being very but we're not even having a conversation. I'm just talking and you're just like spitballing off everything that I say.
Well,
like trying to correct me like a little kid. It's just very childish.
Well, you're going off into places I know I'm not gonna there are not a good topic, because you're gonna go on and explain things that are pretty obvious and uncontroversial. Like you go, I just want women to be like nice to me. I mean, you said women prefer.
That's literally what I said.
Yeah.
I want women to be pleasant.
Women prefer.
And I want women to, you took that however you took it. I said I want women to be pleasant with no attitude. That means if I don't want you to do something because it makes me feel whatever uncomfortable, then please don't like make it a huge deal.
I think you're okay. What? So you think women prefer to submit? This is something you've said.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore everything.
Well, what do you
We're just
want?
gonna
Do you
move
want
on.
to go have a specific
I
conversation?
want you to stop acting. I want you to stop acting like a child. I want you to let me speak, and then we can discuss.
Women prefer to submit. Is that correct?
I think women are happier when they feel like their husbands can properly lead them, or their mans. I think women are happier when they know that the person that they're with is going to make the right decision and they don't have to worry about it. And I would say that's a form of submission in a way, yes.
What is your
And
data
I would
on that?
agree. Just what I've seen in myself
In your
and
long
in my
24
life.
years.
Yes.
How many long-term relationships have you been in?
I've been in a few long-term relationships.
A few?
But I'm not going to tell you the number.
Because
I'm gonna keep that
you've
private.
only been legally allowed to even have sex for 6 years. So
Well, in my culture, we don't necessarily have sex. I don't know. I'm Christian and Romanian, so like we don't just date and then hook up on the first night. That's not how it works.
Okay. Okay. So in your experience, women like to be.
Most women would agree with that. Women would agree with that.
Do you talk to a lot of women?
When I'm single, yes, but
Yeah.
most women would agree with that. And they do. They want a man that's like, hey, if my guy's if he
Well,
always makes the right decision, I'd prefer to just let him do his thing.
Well, I don't want to seem presumptuous, but
I'm sure your wife is like that too, Ethan. I'm sure. I don't know. What's your wife's name? Could you tell me?
Hila.
Hila?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she's like that too, and that's a form of submission.
I don't want to be presumptuous, but there are women here. Do you guys want to talk about? Are you happier submitting?
I also like it when my partner is nice. I also like it when my partner doesn't say I'm ugly. I also like it when my partner is nice to kids and animals. I like that. I like a partner who likes my strength. I think.
What's your name?
I'm Olivia.
Can you tell me your name? So, Olivia, my question was, do you like it when your man, say you have, I don't know if you have a boyfriend or husband or whatever, but theoretically, when your man, if he were to always make the right decision and you felt inside of you that you could trust him and you didn't have to worry, would you prefer that to the alternative, which is, I don't think that my man is making the right decision right now and I'm going to have to figure this out on his behalf? Which would you prefer? And you can be honest.
I would prefer that both of us know how to do it together.
That's what I do.
I
in
would
my
rather
life.
have a say than not have a say.
But you're implying it's a masculine trait to be dependable, and it's not a female trait to be dependable. You see what? Like, you're not explicitly saying that, but you're asking. You're like, women want a man that could depend on. It's not as important for men though, because it's not really a feminine trait for a woman to be dependable.
No, women have to be dependable, but I
Okay,
think
so what's the
it's probably
difference?
they're just dependable. They're just dependable in
That's
different
also
ways.
European.
I would
also
imagine.
European. That's how they
I,
think.
for one, don't think that the whole submitting thing is right.
It's not American.
I prefer
'cause it's
partnership.
like European, Asian. It's more his.
That's Lena, by the way. She's a woman.
Okay, so you guys, you ladies prefer partnership. That's fine. Then just imagine a scenario where you're with a husband, and for every single decision that he has to make, he's going to come and consult you for every single thing. He's like, "Hey, babe, what do you think about this?" Like he
Well,
has
it
no
depends-
sense of leadership or direction.
If it concerns both of
You
us
really
or not.
want that.
If it's something that's just in his life,
Important
he can
stuff.
handle himself. But
Important
if
stuff.
it concerns me, I'd like to know about it. I'd like to give my input on it.
I think it's actually fascinating that you bring that up. Like, why would you want your man to consult you? Because he thinks you're an equal and values your opinion on things. I mean, are you saying, oh, I don't want to ask my wife what gum I should chew right now? Or like, what are you talking about? Because it's obvious that in big life decisions, you should consult your partner.
Look, my girlfriend, she trusts me. If I
Mine
say
too.
it's a better decision for us to financially do this or to wait until we do this,
right.
I will tell her, I'll explain it to her, and she'll give me suggestions. Sometimes she'll trust me sometimes and not give me suggestions. I'll be open with her. And if she does give me a suggestion, I'm not just going to toss it in the trash. No, I'm going to listen to her and honor her. I don't think that we are really disagreeing on much here. I think that we're literally just splitting hairs.
Right, but okay, so then what's interesting is that you are appealing to this red-pilled community. This is, if you go to your TikTok, if you go to your YouTube, this is your identity. You're getting these men and you're telling them that this is the alpha way of life. And when you say that we're not that different, I do agree, and we kind of both understand, which is the obvious what makes a good relationship and stuff, but the way you paint it online is you say women are submissive. And then what you just said is like, when you have to make a financial decision, it's your decision, right? But you'll ask, but you'll take, but she's in no position to make that decision, right? That's ultimately your decision. That's you.
I don't think that we're that similar. I think that we're just agreeing about this specific thing. Just to correct you there. And then I don't know what you asked me.
Well, you're presenting your opinion in a way that I think is harmful to men specifically, actually, because women know better, right? And I think some women have a traditional.
Well, Ethan.
Yeah.
Ethan, let me just say something. Most of your content, most of your audience used to be men, and now it's not. Now a majority of your audience is women, and my audience looks up to me. They're inspired by me, and I've had conversations with plenty of men, older, younger, same age, that have said that I've changed their life for the better. They feel happier. They feel better about themselves, and they're in a much better position in life right now because I've inspired them. Most of my audience is males. So I don't think you can say that I'm not a good role model for men when your audience used to literally be mostly men.
Okay.
And over time, men have stopped watching you because they don't look up to you in any way. You're not a role model to these men. They don't want to consume your content. Your content is very hateful. It's uninspiring.
Okay.
My content is very inspiring. So hold on. I'm almost done. You can respond.
Go ahead.
I've been in, to give you an example, I've been in a car with someone before that he stopped me, and he works for me now, but he said, Sebastian, my father was never around. I don't have any older brothers. I don't have anyone to look up to. You're literally the only person I've ever looked up to. And you have made me such a better person. I've gotten in the gym. I've taken care of myself. I've started a business, and now I'm making good money. And this kid who was 18 was crying in front of me when I met him for the first time.
How many
because I was that much of a role model to
I've
him.
had people cry when they meet me. Probably more than you.
Yeah, but probably not because you inspired them. Probably just because you're
Why
famous.
not?
And
you think people just cry
Ethan,
because I'm famous?
I'm just saying.
People shed
Ethan,
tears for me, bro. They're a mess.
I don't think that you would even disagree with me when I say that I'm a much better role model at 24 for men than you are at 37.
Okay, good. I'll come back. By the way, my audience is like 50-50 male and female. But you're right. It used to be majority men. But let me go back to what you said. You said because a lot of men look up to you, you're more qualified to talk about what's good for men.
I didn't say that.
Oh, so
No,
what
I
was
didn't
your
say
point?
I didn't say that. I said I'm a better role model for men, and I don't think you're a role model for men at all.
Right. Because I have a more women audience. Is that,
no,
but that's
because
what you
men
said.
don't look up because you used to. You used to have a more male audience, and now you don't.
I
and that's because
alienated.
men have no reason to look up to you.
Right. Well, a lot of people looked up to Hitler. Does that mean he was right?
No, of course not. But I'm not Hitler.
No,
I'm not,
no,
I'm
of
not
course
crazy.
it's an extreme example, but just because you have people
Yeah.
that look up to you doesn't make you right.
I mean, yeah, that was just a very poor example. That doesn't really that doesn't prove you right or anything.
So what? Okay, so this is good. What do you think makes you a better role model than me?
I encourage men to exercise, and I lead by example. Okay. That's one
Exercise?
thing.
What if I told you exercise is not the most important
The second thing is I encourage men to become financially independent, and there's plenty of ways you can do that leveraging the internet. Okay. You've seen it because you've done it yourself. So you know that I'm right. And there's plenty of ways to do it as well. And I encourage men to do that instead of the alternative, which is going and getting a job that they might regret later in life. And they do that. Okay. I also encourage men to not be a degenerate, not sleep around with a bunch of girls, and to get one girl, to be loyal to that girl, and to build a family with her. That's what I encourage men to do. Okay. So those three things are very, very important for me, among others as well. But those are, I would say, like the most important ones.
Okay, and that makes you a better role model than me. How?
Because you don't do that. You don't promote exercise. You spread a bunch of hate. You don't love anyone. Your whole entire worldview is negative. You're like you don't spread love. Like
Wait, what do you mean I don't love anyone?
I meant to say that you don't spread love.
Only
like your
I'm
entire
on the
worldview
pinks.
is extremely negative.
Okay. Do you think that?
Do you disagree? Like, do you?
No, I
you
do.
really-
I do.
like,
I do.
I'm
I think
totally wrong.
I think you can observe that I criticize a lot of people, right? But the people I criticize, I think, are very worthy of being criticized. For example, Andrew Tate, I think, is just doing untold damage to a whole generation of men. But do you think that there's other ways to inspire people other than going to the gym and doing drop shipping and shit like that?
How do you think that you inspire people, Ethan? Do you believe you inspire people?
I wouldn't presume to do that much, you know what I mean? But I do think probably there's people. I wouldn't presume to even make that assumption, though. You know.
Ethan, the thing is you.
It's a
you
little bit of
criticize
hubris,
everyone.
isn't it? It's a little bit of hubris to look at yourself as a savior like that.
No, I don't. You criticize everyone.
It's not
Like,
really
you
my
criticize
goal either.
everyone
I'm an
except-
entertainer. You know.
Except yourself.
I'm not a self-help
Except
guy.
yourself.
Right, you're not a self-help guy.
I mean, I'm an entertainer. I'm not a self-help guru.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, not. Okay. Anyway. Look,
Let me show you this, dude.
What I'm trying to say.
This is gonna blow your fucking
Hold on.
mind. Ethan inspired me to lose weight. I'm under 200 pounds. Please, someone mayo up their dome. Look at, I inspired this
There it
man
is.
right here.
There it is.
That's a picture.
That's good.
That
There it
man, he would cry if he ever met me, boy. I'll
There
tell
he
you what,
is.
tears, kisses, and hugs, man. And I'll be like, I
That's
love
good.
you, dude.
There's an inspiration right there.
That's
Ray.
very inspirational.
Good job. You inspired one person. Good job.
So you think he's the only one out there?
He inspired me.
No, I
He
think
told me I
think-
can't do
think you
jokes
should lead
today.
by- I think you
You're
should
doing
lead by
great, Jimmy.
example.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you think making
you'd be
people
much
laugh
more
is
inspiring if
do
you
you
had a
think
great
making
body.
people laugh is important?
About comedy.
Do you
I
think?
don't think that you make people laugh. I don't think that you're.
Okay, come on.
That's it. That's it.
I mean, come on. Like, you might not think I'm funny, but we get 1 million views per podcast. We're one of the most important. We're one of the most biggest podcasts in the world. Like, you can't say that I don't make people laugh.
Oh God.
Like, even if you don't
Ethan,
find me funny, that's kind of a
you're-
crazy thing to say.
Your brand has been on a downtrend for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but
Your brand is dying. Your
That's
brand
not true,
dying.
is it?
Your tweet got less likes. You got like 300
I
likes on
tweeted
your
directly
tweet.
to you, dummy. It wasn't a public
Dude.
tweet. It was literally I
Your brand-
tweeted directly to you. You understand how Twitter works, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
I do.
So then why would that get a
Your
lot
brand-
of likes?
Your brand is dying.
Why would that get a lot of likes?
And it's going to continue dying because of the type of content that you push.
It's not
You
really
can- sure,
dying,
there-
though, is it?
There's a lot of
How are you
there's,
dying?
yes, it is.
In
People
what
have
way is it
consistently
dying?
Unsubscribed from people have consistently unsubscribed from your channel.
And so people unsubscribing, this one metrics proves that my brand is dying.
No, and the overall reputation that you have in the YouTube community. And when I looked up your name to just do research on who you are, because I don't know who you are, there is no shortage of videos talking about
you
how
don't know who
your
I am.
brand. You used to be so much more popular, and you used to be funny back in the day, but now you're like this
I used to be funny.
SJW person that spreads a ton of hate. And
Wait,
yes,
you
I
don't know
think
who
people
I
like
am.
that.
Did you know who I am when you made that TikTok saying I'm the worst person in the world and that I'm dumb?
I know who you are.
Well, hold
yes.
on, because
I
you
don't
looked me
know
up
all of these
after I
people.
reached out, and it was after that video. It seems that you made a lot of presumptions about me.
No. I know. I've known who you are, but I've never like watched or consumed your content.
Okay. You just know
Like I
that
don't
I'm
know
the
you
worst.
as a person.
You just.
I don't know you as a person. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm quoting you.
Sebastian,
You said
can
that
I pull
about
up your
yourself.
analytics? Your shit's on the down curve, brother. Your career is going down to the fucking dumps, bro. I mean, that is a
What the fuck?
colossal dump, bro.
That's off the cliff.
And I mean, at least mine is like pretty flat. But that is treacherous, man. You are going down like the Titanic, brother. That is rough.
That's brutal.
Can you guys hold on? Yeah. So yeah, my analytics are down because I haven't posted content. I posted a video with my mom that I knew wouldn't do well, and I just posted a video yesterday. So yes, I know my analytics are down. I'm taking a little bit of a break from YouTube because I've been getting a lot of heat on the internet. So I just wanted to take a step back. That's why they're down.
It's tough being out there as a creator, huh? I don't think you're gonna make it. You see, if you have thin skin like that. I mean, that's why it's going down.
I think I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I think I'll be fine.
Ethan, if I can
be all
interject in his behalf, I think he's going to do better than all of us together.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Not you and me, him.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
Yeah, but I
That's just
disagree.
my
I mean,
opinion.
our podcast is continually in the top charts of the most popular podcasts in the world, and our viewership is phenomenal. I don't know if what you know is normal viewerships for a podcast, but regularly getting 1 million views on a podcast, and we post 4 or 5 times a week. That's pretty impressive, don't you think?
That's incredible.
Like clearly, people like the show.
They wouldn't watch it if they.
Sure. Yeah. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Yeah, you got
atheist.
viewers.
Checkmate.
Okay, cool. Listen, let's see. I have other things I want to talk to you about. Here's one about what girls can't wear. So let's see. Let's take a look
if
at
you're
this.
dating a girl, is there things she can and cannot wear? Well, it depends. I mean, fashion is so broad. So I'll have to see. But if she's dressed provocatively and I'm not with her, there's absolutely no reason why she should be dressing that way. Whose attention are you trying to get if I'm not there? If I go out with her, that's another thing. You should only care about my attention. If you're my wife, there should be no other attention from a man that you should care about other than mine. At all, except for your father and your brother. That's it.
So your stance is you can look pretty when you're with me, but if you're not with me, you need to not look pretty.
No.
Okay.
Wrong. My stance is you shouldn't dress provocatively unless you're with me.
What's provocative?
Like showing a ton of cleavage or wearing as little clothing as possible.
Wearing as little clothing as possible. Okay, so it's cool when they're with you, but if they go out looking like that, it's not okay.
And I mean, no, I would say even when they're with me, I wouldn't want them to do that in public.
Okay. Okay.
What's the problem?
Well, it's a little insecure.
No, it's not.
It is a little bit.
It's a preference.
Well, no,
it's
a
not.
preference.
It's a preference.
Well, in this video, because you're kind of walking it back, so we can move on if you want. But in this video, you say, dress sexy when you're with me, but not when you're not with me.
Yeah, no, I would say
now
I
you're saying
prefer
don't
if she
dress-
never dressed.
Don't dress
I'm not saying dress sexy. Women can dress sexy and not provocatively. You can dress sexy and look tastefully good without showing like your tits and your butt and whatever. But
It's a preference.
Yeah, I would say
It's a preference
I
based
don't like
on
it.
your.
I don't like it.
Okay, that's fair. That's
It's not-
fair.
it's not-
No, that's fair. If you have that understanding with your partner, I think that's totally fair. But this
And it's not insecurity either. It's not insecurity. It's just I don't
It is,
like that. I don't
though.
want
It is. Like, let's follow the thread.
No, it's not.
Because you're basically.
No, it's not.
You're
Would
a
you
role-
want your wife out there?
Okay,
Would
hold
you
on.
want your wife out there dressed like a hoe?
Well, the definition of a hoe, I guess, is. I'm not quite sure what that means. But you're.
Well, just answer my question. Would you want her out there dressing or wearing as minimal clothing as possible out in a club?
What I want my. Well, hold on. Hold on.
No, answer the question.
Okay, well, let me show you this.
Like, it's a
Do
yes
you
or
think,
no.
Okay, well, hold
It's
on.
a yes
Then.
or no.
Is my wife dressed like a hoe here? Because I just want to get your. She posted this to social media.
Would you go out to dinner with your wife dressed like that?
Of course, she wouldn't go like that. I mean, why? But do you?
I don't know why she's posting. I mean, that's you and your wife, your relationship.
No, but I just want.
I
No,
wouldn't
say
be
what
okay
you
with her
want.
posting
Say
on
what you
Instagram.
want. I'm trying to understand your point. Would you? Do you think she's dressed like a hoe right now? And you can say yes. It's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her posting. I wouldn't want my girlfriend posting pictures like that.
because
on
that's a
Instagram.
preference from insecurity, right? Because
no, it's not.
Because
it's I don't want that.
Yeah, because it makes you feel insecure.
It doesn't make me feel insecure. I
How does it make you
perfectly
feel?
secure.
How does it make you feel?
I don't like the hold on. How that girl's portraying herself, like how she's basically advertising and like saying like, look how nice my body looks for the entire world to see, for the entire public to see. I don't like that. I want her to just save that for me.
Why
because
don't
that's
you like
what
it?
I like.
But
I just
why?
don't want other people seeing it. It's mine.
Are you
because
not?
It's mine.
It's yours. It's yours.
It's my wife. I don't want everyone to see her body.
she's
It's my
yours.
wife. Yes,
But
and
do
I'm
you-
hers.
Okay, and so, well, to me, I don't want to
100%,
control.
yeah.
I want my wife Hila to be as powerful and confident as she wants to be. I'm not threatened by other women looking at her in a way that they think maybe she's attractive or maybe she looks hot or whatever, because I trust her, right? She knows. Well, hold on, hold on. I know that there's no one else out there who's going to tempt her away from me, and I want her to feel powerful and confident.
You're
Okay.
not insecure is what you're saying. That's all.
I don't think I'm insecure, right?
That's what you just said. I'm not
Yeah,
insecure.
yeah.
I'm the same with my wife.
Yeah.
She's with me, and nobody's going to do anything. I
Exactly.
mean, she's not going to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I just want you to dig a little deeper and explain why you don't like it, because it's yours, because she's yours, and nobody else
Yeah,
can
she's
see
my
her
wife.
body. Nobody else can see her body but
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Even if she wants to show
100%.
it. Even if she wants to show it because she wants to feel
She
sexy.
doesn't want to.
Oh,
She doesn't want to.
I know, but you're a role model and you're putting this out on your TikTok. This is what you're putting out. I know you guys have a preference, but I'm talking about your influence on men. So if she wants to go out and dress sexy and look good, you're against that.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm against her dressing provocatively. She can look nice. Of course,
Because for
dressing
women,
provocatively.
putting on makeup and dressing sexy and going out, it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel confident. It's not necessarily about wanting to fuck other dudes.
It's what it is what makes them feel powerful about it is when they go out and they dress really nice. What gives them the power is the attention that they get. It doesn't have to be a guy walking up to them. It could be a guy looking at them.
Okay.
And that's what gives them the power. It's the attention from other men.
Okay.
And if that weren't true, then they could dress up and
It
look
is true.
amazing and just
That's true,
and they
he
could
said.
stay in home, or they could look in the mirror and without anyone around.
So they can dress
And
hot but stay at home.
I don't think that if I have a girlfriend, she should have a desire to go out there and even seek the attention from other men, because the attention she gets from me is enough to
But
fulfill
don't we
her.
all
That's
crave
where I'm standing.
validation? Like, don't we all crave validation in some way?
You should get enough validation from your wife, and your wife should get enough from you. She should be inspired by you, and maybe if you had a six pack, she would be more inspired by you, and she wouldn't post thirst traps on Instagram. But you should be inspired by your significant other.
Okay, so me not having a six-pack is promoting my wife to seek male attention because I'm not hot enough, because my attention is not worth it.
Maybe if you took care of yourself, Ethan, and you were in better shape, maybe she wouldn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe.
No,
she
it's a good
wouldn't. Who knows?
hypothesis. It's a good hypothesis. So if I was hotter,
Maybe not.
If I was hotter, she wouldn't feel the need.
Not hotter. If you took care of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
You don't have to be hotter.
Okay, if I was skinny and I had a
If
six-pack.
she saw you and you're like, wow, he really cares and respects himself,
Mm-hmm.
and I like his attention, and I don't need to go out there and look for attention from guys in the comments or whatever.
See, don't you see you're insecure? Because I know
It's
she's
not insecurity.
Yes, it is. You are insecure, dude.
Okay.
You are threatened by the other attention that people give to your significant other. You're threatened.
I'm not threatened by it at all. I know that there's not going to be other guys out there that can compete with me for my girl. My girl loves
I don't
me.
even need to compete.
I just don't
I'm
like
not
it.
even thinking
It's
about
not- it's-
competition.
I'm not threatened. I'm not threatened. I just don't like it. It doesn't threaten me. If she wanted, look, Ethan, if she wanted to post a picture and I said, look, I'm not comfortable, I don't like it, and she did it anyway, that's fine. She can do it anyway. And then I would just be like, hey, this breaks the boundary of the relationship. This breaks the sanctity of the intimate relationship I want to have with my wife.
Right.
I'm going to just split here. I'm going to go find a girl that respects me. It's not about insecurity. It's just, this is my preference. This is how I want to conduct my life. I like to take control of my life and live my life the way I think
That's
is best
fine.
for me.
But you're putting
And you don't
out
like to do that.
messages to
You don't
young
like-
men as a role model, self-proclaimed role model.
Yes.
You refer to your girlfriend as she's yours. I mean, she's a human being, right, with her own desires. She's not an object.
Yes, absolutely. She is mine, and I'm hers. We are to die for each other.
Don't you feel a little slutty when you walk around with your big biceps out and shit?
I only put
they
on this
big
shirt
biceps?
so that I could show you guys that I work out.
they
That's
big?
a little
Most of the time
fucking
I'm wearing a hoodie.
slutty, bro. Are you looking for validation from people in chat? Because you're cross.
I'm just trying to show you guys. I'm just trying to flex on you
But
guys. I'm trying
why?
to show you guys what's up.
No, but like you think
That's
that
not
it's
even
funny.
big biceps.
You think you're being funny, but you actually just totally undermined everything you said. You're putting out your biceps. Why are you doing it? For validation.
I'm not doing it for validation.
You just said you
No,
wanted
I'm
to show
not.
it off. You just said you wanted to
Ethan,
show
it was
it
a
off.
joke. Ethan, I just put on a shirt and I'm
Okay,
I'm
so
talking
it's
to
a
you right
joke,
now.
but your
I'm
arms-
sorry that my biceps are big and you're looking.
We'll
at them.
cover up. I'm sorry that my wife has big, beautiful titties.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. Can you guys give me like 2 minutes?
Absolutely. Please, please go ahead.
I feel Dan more normal now. You better like me now, Dan. Where'd you find this guy?
On TikTok, he's just one of these characters. You know what I mean?
I feel Cam validated today. I feel cured of histrionic personality disorder after meeting this guy.
Yeah, Jimmy's cured.
You couldn't be from two different worlds, Ethan.
Well,
You
we
two
are.
guys. No,
And we are.
him and you.
No, we are. I'm saying we are.
Yeah, you're just.
Okay, this is slutty. I gotta ask him about this. That
Jeez. Is that him?
That's slutty, brother. That's him. That's a bit of a thirst trap. I would even go as far as to. He has his headphones on. He can hear me. I know you're listening. Hope the
So his
piss
whole
is
life
not
is
good.
going to the gym. That's pretty
He
much.
doesn't
his
want to
whole-
admit it, but yeah.
His whole life is the gym.
That's
okay.
And so my thing is like the gym is not like the end all be all. It's not going to fix
But
all your
that's his
problems.
whole life is
Yeah,
the gym.
yeah.
So,
And that's
is he married, the guy?
He's in a serious relationship. I understand it, but he's not married.
Where does he live, if you don't mind me asking?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I believe Arizona.
Arizona, beautiful Arizona.
Anybody here from Arizona?
Extremely beautiful.
Anyone here from Arizona?
I think he went to Discord to ask for meme
Getting
themed
his iced tea.
disses.
He likes those iced teas.
Hey, dude.
So
thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. I know it's getting a little contentious, but I appreciate that we're having this conversation.
What does that word contentious mean? Can you tell me what that means? You've used it.
24 years of wisdom, and you don't know what contentious means? It means we're butting heads. We're butting heads. We're at odds.
Okay.
Yeah. Argumentative. Hey, dude, look
So
at this.
what thirst trap did I post?
Bro, this
the
is
shirtless picture on Instagram.
Yes, dude. This is unacceptable. That's a thirst trap. That is like you're.
Well,
yeah.
that was before. That was before. So
23
that's why.
weeks. How long you been with your girlfriend? Thought you.
And it was also, I mean, pretty inspiring, I would say, considering I was.
Women can't be
pretty
inspiring
overweight.
with their bodies.
I mean, there's nothing inspiring by taking off your shirt and showing men your tits. It's
That's
not
what you're
inspiring.
doing. You literally just took your
That's
shirt off and
exactly
showed
what
your
you're
tits.
doing in that photo.
Yeah, but the difference is I trained extremely hard
Well,
and
what
I
about the
dieted
girls
properly
who
to
train
get those.
extremely hard and then post? Like Hila is training right now with a trainer for a few
That's
months.
exactly what Hila's photo was.
That she's showing off.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's great.
Oh well, I think
Sure.
that it's super inspiring that she did that.
But
Well,
don't
yeah,
you see
if
how
you're- if
silly
you're
you're
training
being?
It inspires me
Sure.
actually.
Don't you see how silly you're being? You go, oh, I didn't know that. But it's like, everybody who's posting pictures, like, there's a lot of them just feel good. They want to show it off all their hard work.
There's different contexts, right? These things are a lot more nuanced. Like if you're just posting a slutty picture versus if you're like working out and you're showing your core or like your progress in the gym, like before and after, that's a different context.
Okay, so gym
You
progress
understand that?
pics are good.
It's a different context.
So
You
if a
can't- you
girl
can't
posts
disagree with that.
herself in like tight gym pants and like a bralette to show off progress? Is that cool, or is that slutty?
Look, I still wouldn't want my girlfriend to do that. Just my personal preference.
Right.
But it's okay. I understand that if you want to show people your progress and you're proud of it, I'm all about that.
Yeah, but did you see it's a little silly because it kind of all qualifies as that when people want to show off and feel good.
No,
because we're all working on
I just think it's context. Yeah, sure. I just think it's context.
Yeah, because
but-
this video you're putting out as the self-proclaimed role model says women should not ever do that because that means they don't respect their man. Like, this is you as a role model talking to men.
Things she can and cannot wear.
Because now you're adding nuance and context and stuff, and you're walking stuff back, and you seem more human, right? But like when I watch
Well,
it,
this is how I am.
Hold
This is
on,
how I
though,
am.
because
Of
that's
course-
not what you're
of course
selling.
on TikTok.
That's not what
Of
you're
course,
selling.
Ethan, of course, I'm not selling anything.
Yes,
of course,
you are.
on TikTok,
You're
things
selling
are taken out of
yourself as a
context, and I
self-help
have no
person.
control. I have
Stop
no
it! It's
control
your
over that.
people.
No, I don't. I don't have a self-help
what happened to being an alpha male, bro? You don't have control of your own social media account and the people you pay.
I never said
Who
I
would
was.
want to be? You're
I never-
incompetent. I have
I
control
never
over
said
my
I
shit.
was.
That's pretty hot.
I never said I was. Ethan.
You
I
say
never said I
you
was.
pay
and
them.
You know,
you pay them.
You know.
You pay them.
Listen.
You said you
right,
pay them.
Listen. Okay. Are you done?
You said you pay them.
Yes, I do. Are you done?
Well, now that yes,
Can I
I'm
speak?
done. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. I never said I was an alpha male. I don't sell any self-help courses. I don't do any of
You're
that.
inspiring.
Okay. I'm just trying to inspire people. Sure. And I actually forgot what I was going to say, unfortunately, but
That's
hopefully
okay.
it comes back to my
Let's
mind.
go back. Let's go back. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, don't you sell courses though about like being a drop shipper and shit?
So I'm glad you asked. We actually have a free course.
You have a free course,
and people
but
can go in. Yep. People can go and join that for free. We just launched our first paid course yesterday.
So you do sell stuff.
And yes, as of yesterday, I sell paid.
Because you just said you don't sell stuff.
I said I don't sell self-help stuff. God, Ethan, you are so annoying to argue with.
Because your ideas
you're
are
picking
inconsistent.
You're picking at like the tiniest
not.
little details like that. You're just
That's what-
arguing like such a child.
No, but that's what it feels like to you. But I'm picking at your logical inconsistencies because your opinions, they're like.
You would have been a good lawyer, Ethan.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm listening to you.
But they're not small points, right?
Am I right, Olive? I just thought of that.
They're not. They feel annoying to you because like you don't have adequate answers because your whole identity is contradictory. You're on one hand selling this image. And you're not selling it, right? People don't have to buy to watch your TikTok, but you're branding yourself as a self-help guy, and you put out videos like this about what women can and cannot wear. And then ultimately, you're building yourself as a personality, like Andrew Tate, to sell courses. I mean, I'm not fucking born yesterday. We all know how it works, bro. Stop it.
No.
Stop, bro. Why are you pretending like it's not
Okay.
the funnel?
That's not because I'm not funneling people to buy my courses. Yes, there are things that when I speak in these podcasts, they are intended to be a little bit more polarizing. You probably do that too.
Whoa,
and that's how
didn't you
you
accuse
get
me?
exposure.
Didn't you accuse me of being polarizing and that's why I was a bad dude?
So hold on.
You just said you post polarizing content.
No. I'm saying in those instances, okay, look. If I can't get my thoughts out, I'm going to lose my train of thought. And then if you won't let me finish speaking, I'm just not going to do it anymore. But I want to finish. I want to tell you.
Here's your
Go ahead.
answer. He answered it.
No, okay. So yes, in order to grow and a faster way to grow, you post content and if it's controversial, then it goes viral. Sure. And the truth is that Sebastian, if you watch my longer form content and if you watch my podcast throughout, you will see, and now you see as well, interviewing me, that I have a more nuanced perspective on things. And a lot of the time, there's a gray area, there's context, and I can understand that. So that's just the truth. When people see me and they're like, who is this shithead? They come and watch me on YouTube and they're like, okay, or whatever. Or they interview me or they watch podcasts like, okay, he actually is not
People
a
think you're a
shithead. He
shithead?
actually knows a couple of stuff. I'm just using a word.
Do people think you're a shithead?
So yes, those videos
Do people
go viral.
think you're a shithead?
Well, no, I don't know, Ethan. I wouldn't imagine they think I'm a shithead.
Because that's
Probably
what you
some people
accuse
do.
me of being a bad guy, and people don't like me, and that's people think you're a shithead because you're controversial.
So, yes, when when we post these.
So what's the
podcasts,
difference between what we
people
do?
actually see me for who I am. The difference is when you actually find out who I am, I'm a decent person.
Unlike me.
And when people look at you, yes, unlike you, you're someone that spreads a ton of hate.
That's the
and
difference.
someone that is not an example to follow.
So the difference between us is that once you get to know both of us, people will learn that you're a great guy and I'm still a piece of shit.
Now that's funny.
But that's what you said.
That's hysterical. You're killing me.
Ethan, I don't think there's anything very inspiring about you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I've heard that. I've
I'm
heard
sorry,
that before.
but I don't. And maybe I don't know you that well. Maybe there is.
Well, people.
But I don't think that there is.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Listen, let's move on. Right. I don't want it to. I don't want to. Here, let's talk about this one. I
Well,
find
can we find common ground on something? Is there anything that you agree with?
Sorry. I think there is a lot of common ground. Like we have. I think there's crossover on values, but these are values that's like universal. Like you don't want your partner to call you ugly. That's not interesting, right?
So that's our common ground.
Well, I'm just making a point. We have lots of common ground, but that's like normal shit, right? And so I just your branding. We both have good hairlines. Pull your hairline back. Let me see. That's a pretty good hairline.
Good
brother.
hairline. Very good hairline. I'm jealous, Dan. Dan, I'm jealous. Jersey
Jimmy,
Outlaw's
I'm
jealous
sorry,
of that
brother.
hairline.
Jimmy has to sit this one out.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy. He just said you got to sit this one out.
Sorry, Jimmy.
I know. I'll have Olivia lower it down a little bit.
I do
So
want to.
Are you not like Ethan? Is there nothing about what I've done on the internet that you find inspiring at all? Like what I've done for my family, like what I've done for young men, what I've done for people, I've inspired people. Is none of that important to you in any way?
Okay, so how did you make money? Let's start there.
Okay, so I'll tell you, and don't interrupt me, okay? I have a video on this. You can watch it for more detail, but I'll summarize it. So when I was in high school, I looked on the internet for ways to make money because, as you know, probably I didn't have any of it myself. So I was the first thing I did was I started working at Taco Bell, and then I started working at a car wash vacuuming cars, and then I started vacuuming cars, and then I got into sales, and then I got into real estate, and then after real estate, I started doing drop shipping. That's where I started drop shipping. So I would start a store, work on it, start another store, work on it. And every store that I started, I became better at it. I became more skilled. And
What
I made
is
money
drop
drop
shipping?
Drop shipping?
Yeah.
You know what drop shipping is.
I just want you to explain what it is. It's when you buy shit from Alibaba and then like resell it on Amazon, super marked up, right?
No, I mean, you buy stuff wholesale and then you sell it
Sell it
somewhere else.
retail.
You can attach a logo. You can create a brand around it. There's a lot of things you could do, and it doesn't have to be cheap products. And you know what dropshipping is because you have a brand yourself and you guys source clothing that is not the highest quality clothing and you guys overprice it. So you know very well what this business is and you know how to do it.
You think that
So
my
I did
clothing
that.
brand is drop shipping?
No, I think that your clothing brand is sourced from China or from wholesale places that are cheaply made with cheap quality, and then you sell it overpriced. People are better off just going to H&M at the mall and buying clothes there.
So
and
what
plus,
you do?
Also,
So
when
what
I
you-
was watching, hold on. When I was watching this video on you, there was a person that was also comparing your designs, and you guys were stealing tons and tons and tons of designs from
Right.
other brands,
Right.
which in the past you have also criticized other people of doing. So that's another way that you're a hypocrite because you literally say people shouldn't steal designs from brands. And
Go ahead,
you
okay.
knocked drop shipping. You knocked drop shipping because you said that people sell shitty shit from Alibaba and they overprice it, but you literally do the same thing with your brand, Teddy Fresh. And I'm
find
pretty
it's-
sure that's a pretty large, pretty significant source of revenue for you. So I really think it makes you look bad when you say that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to continue telling my story.
No.
Because I'm
now,
not done.
well, come on. Don't be silly. Now I'm going to respond to that. So I just want to go back to where this conversation started. You talk about context and how stupid it is to express an opinion without knowing what the fuck you're talking about.
Sure. Okay,
You
fine.
watch
Yeah,
one, no.
pause my story. Tell me.
You watch one
you get-
hater video about how we steal designs and shit, but you've never heard me talk about that, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
This is all I know from it.
Okay, cool. So that's not a very well-informed opinion.
Okay, tell me.
And then-
Where do you get your clothes from?
So So first of all, you say that Teddy Fresh is drop shipped. You say we buy it.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, hold on.
I just said that I didn't say that.
I know you said you just
You
said,
said
but you did.
you
say-
said you know what drop shipping is because you do it
do
with
it.
Teddy Fresh.
Yeah.
You literally just said that.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
mean
You
that.
just said
you
that.
know what drop
That's a
shipping
fact.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
So you know what dropshipping is because you've explained it, and you know what dropshipping is. You've explained it when you were criticizing me, and you do e-commerce, which is very similar to dropshipping.
All e-commerce is drop shipping? That's crazy. So listen.
Are you? Do you have like? Is the speaker? Are the speakers not working?
No, they
Are you
work.
guys
I just
dumb?
think it's awesome that you speak confidently with like out knowing anything, which is something you criticize people for. Like you
No,
literally.
no.
Teddy Fresh. How do you think
You
we
guys-
make Teddy
you guys-
Fresh?
I will say something.
You've
I will
just-
say something, and you guys will take the most like absolute wrong, like you'll perceive it in the most straightforward, absolute way, which is so like what you're doing is just trying as hard as you can to make me look stupid and bad. It's in a form of debate, and it's not like, look, I'm not here to do this. I'm here to share opinions.
You
What you guys
just
are
said
doing,
we
I'm
make
not gonna
low
fall for it.
quality content. How does our
What?
how is it, bro? How?
Okay, where do you
What
get
the fuck?
where do you get it from?
You literally
Where do you
just
get
said
it from?
that.
Ethan,
He
I
doesn't
said
remember what
yes.
he
Where
said.
do you get your clothes from? Do you not source it from cheap countries? Where do you get it from, please? If you don't tell me, where?
Let me do you think that
tell me.
Good products can be made outside the United States? Is it possible?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so what's your point?
Where? Answer me the question. Where do you get?
We source it from all
where
over
do
the
you
world.
source your clothes?
All over the world.
Where's most of it come from?
A lot of it's made in China. Yeah.
Okay, great. Sure, that's where most of dropshipping products are made from.
Why
Chinese
is
makes
that the
they
same
make a ton of
thing?
products.
Why is that the same
Because
thing?
you are just Alibaba is Chinese products. You're knocking
How do you think we
dropshipping.
make our clothes? How do you think we make our clothes?
Oh my gosh.
No, seriously. How do you think we make our clothes? Tell me.
I think that you steal designs from other companies
Okay.
and you source products from Chinese countries. Okay?
So
and you said it yourself. I'm quoting you. You said that that's what they do with dropshipping. And then they ridiculously mark it up. That's also what you do. Your clothing is ridiculously marked up. And your wife has said that it should be worth more. When in reality, it's not. It's just cheap clothing.
Okay,
There's nothing that special about it.
let me tell you about Teddy Fresh. We have 30 employees, a huge design team. We design everything in the studio, in our building. We source it. We mock it up. It's all original designs. We decide on the fabrics, the
It's
details.
not all original designs. It's not.
Well,
But
you're wrong. Well,
continue.
you're wrong. They are all original designs, and you watch one hater's video doesn't give you an informed opinion to speak that confidently about it. We
Okay,
design.
email me that.
We
then after
design
this.
it right in every detail. We do rounds of testing and stuff. It starts in a mock, and we work with some of the best manufacturers in the world. The same people that make
Okay,
Supreme
great. So you
stuff.
source your products from China. Drop shipping. A lot of drop shipping comes from China. Great. So
What the
you're
fuck?
knocking it, but you do exactly that. And then
No,
also,
it's nothing
like I was
alike.
trying to say,
Is Apple
and
drop
what-
ship
like I
their
was-
phones? Does Apple drop
Like
ship
I was-
iPhones? Does Apple?
Like I was trying to
does
say,
Apple
you
drop ship
ridiculously
iPhones?
overprice.
Does
you
Apple
ridiculous-
drop ship iPhones?
Look, all right.
No, no,
I'm not
seriously.
doing this, bro. Like,
No,
I'm-
does
no, I'm-
Apple
I'm
drop
not
ship
doing it.
iPhones?
No, Apple
What's
does
the
not,
difference
and I'm not
between
gonna
what
do
we
this
do?
anymore.
What's the difference between what I do and Apple does? Because their shit's made in China.
Ethan,
he's done.
No,
I think he's
your
done.
brand is overpriced.
Based
You
on what
overprice it.
information is it overpriced?
Based on people can go to H&M and get similar style clothing for way cheaper.
So
For Forever 21. You sell hoodies for $100. You sell t-shirts for $40.
is there any hoodie worth
That's
buying?
overpriced.
Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay.
You
so
believe in
this
status,
is this
right?
is all that I'm trying to say. This is
but
all
you're-
that I'm trying to
no,
say.
but you're saying personal things about my business and my wife's business. So I'm in full.
You have to be protective
I'm,
as the man.
I'm in a full right place.
showing
as
you-
a man.
I'm
I'm
showing you how
protecting my
you're
wife's
wrong.
business. As a man,
Ethan.
and it's not
I'm
just
showing
about
you how
muscle.
it's wrong of you. I'm showing you how it's wrong of you to criticize something that you
I didn't even
directly
criticize
do.
it.
That's
I think it's
hypocritical.
funny you think
you
I
did.
criticized.
You said
I
dropshipping
just
is a scam.
explained it.
You said it's a scam.
I never said that.
You said it's.
Bro,
you
you're
said it.
fucking.
You did when you criticized
You're living in an
me.
alternate reality. Did I say dropshipping is a scam?
You said that when you criticized me. Go watch the video on me. I can't believe you forgot this. I just watched it 2 hours ago. You said dropshipping is a scam because you source things from China and then you sell them overpriced. And that's exactly what you do.
Why are they overpriced?
How can you not see your own hypocrisy? You're literally being the biggest fucking hypocrite right now. It's
Why
incredible.
is Teddy Fresh overpriced? Have you ever bought a nice hoodie before?
Okay.
Have you ever bought a piece?
It's overpriced.
Based
for
on
the
what?
type of clothing that it is.
Have you
Based
ever
on the fact
touched
that
it? Have you ever touched it? Have you ever looked at it? Do you know anything about it?
He's getting up.
Ethan, I would never pay $100 for a design that was 99% inspired from something else that's sourced from whatever manufacturer. You guys are in the business of making as much profit as you possibly can, I would imagine. Okay? You're knocking something that you do. You're just a giant hypocrite.
All right, we're not getting anywhere, but I will say that
Let me finish my story.
Well, let me just say, because as a man, I need to defend my wife's company. Our hoodies are super high quality. They're made to last. They're made by the same manufacturers that make stuff like Palace, Supreme, and all the top brands. It's actually not super profitable because we put so much work into the materials and the crafts. Our margins are way less than our contemporaries, other brands, streetwear products, because they actually charge more for the same type of product that's made in the same factory. But because we know that we don't want to mark it up too much on our customer, we take it at less of a margin. In fact, we operated on a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and spend more time on the design process and getting our processes in order with our 30 employees. So we did take a loss last month because we wanted to take our time and get things going, organized in an efficient way, like an alpha male would.
Great. So what I'll do is I'll buy one of these hoodies. I'll buy one of your hoodies. I'll have it shipped here and I'll check it out and then I'll DM you. I'll let you know what I think about it. But
okay, cool.
It sounds like you're going to have some great quality clothing.
Thanks,
Katie,
bro.
Can you buy one of Ethan Klein's hoodies for me? Thank you.
Thanks,
All
bro.
right, let me finish telling my story. Let me tell my story. So I got into dropshipping and then I started doing e-commerce, which is where you create brands and you develop like a whole identity around it and it becomes a more involved, serious thing. And then once I started to build up some capital, I started just posting my journey on YouTube. I was like, yo guys, I grew up super poor. There was one point in my life where my mom couldn't even afford to pay electricity. It was always very, very bad, thrifting clothes. And now I figured out a way to make some money on the internet. This is what I'm doing. So as I was learning dropshipping and e-com, growing my skill sets, my YouTube channel was growing in tandem with me. And then I built up capital and I started getting into like trading and I started doing like investing into stocks and cryptos and et cetera. And then my YouTube channel grew and then I started a agency. I started a marketing agency, basically just running Google ads for brands. That's what I referenced earlier. That agency, I texted my CMO today, has generated $50 million in sales for its clients. And we've worked with $1 billion clients, some brands that you're definitely aware of, working with their marketing. So we've done that. And then I continue to trade and invest. I did very, very well with trading, very, very well with investing. And then, of course, the YouTube channel grew. We had an initiative to like grow my personal brand and get super big because we wanted to give back. So that free course that I mentioned is called Discover TikTok Dropshipping. It's like a brochure style. It's not the most detailed thing, but it's a good thing to watch if you're not sure if you want to get into dropshipping or not. It'll teach you the basics. And so the idea is like, hey, if you like this, you can watch this and there's good information in here. Based on this information, if you don't like it, then you can go a different way.
Who's the better
and that's
salesperson,
free.
me or you?
Sebastian, are you a multi-millionaire?
Hold on. Yes, hold on. So
that's what I thought.
Yes, and then that's what basically there's like affiliate links.
We can learn.
And
Bro, I'm not. Listen, I want to let you talk, but I don't need you to explain what affiliate marketing is.
Okay, so yeah, we did that, and now that's doing very, very well. And then yesterday, because we have 188,000
The only thing you're inspiring me to do
in
is
that
fall
free
asleep
course.
right now, bro.
getting to be
well-
funnier than me, and I'm getting a little jealous of you.
Oh,
right
really,
now.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, you're monologuing
I mean,
for too long.
you should listen. No, I'm telling you my story. I
like
mean, you should listen to me.
It's
I've done very.
It's inspiring.
I've done very, very well for myself.
It is
And your
inspiring.
company took a loss last month. So,
It is
I mean, you should
inspiring.
probably
You know
listen.
who else made a lot of
Okay,
money?
well,
Jeffrey
clearly not.
Epstein.
Clearly not. Okay, so yeah.
But I'm
that's
saying
great.
that
I mean,
inherently is it's nice that you did that, but it's not enough.
Your examples are so bad. Like
How?
I can't believe you're comparing me to these terrible people.
I'm not saying that you do what Jeffrey Epstein
Sebastian,
is.
how many
homes
homes? How many homes do you have?
So anyway, I did that, and if you guys are boring and if it's not interesting,
No, I'm
then-
having.
then that's fine.
Let me
And I'll
ask
just-
you. Can I please ask you one thing? Who's a better salesman, me or you?
What do you mean? Who's a better salesman?
Do you think you're a good salesman?
What I don't give me. What do you mean, salesman in terms of what?
No, I'm not
In
trying.
terms
I'm
of
not trying. It's not
selling yourself.
Yeah,
Selling
yeah,
a
yeah,
car,
yeah.
Selling a like
selling
pen, which
yourself.
one?
You know,
What?
selling yourself. Because obviously, I'm not trying.
Well, Ethan, I don't think you really even sell yourself. I think that you just make broad content that appeals to a broad audience, and that's why you have a lot of people watching you. I don't think that you really even sell
you're
yourself.
a good salesman?
I don't know why you're asking me this question.
Because I just fucking sold your ass a hoodie, bitch.
There it is.
So who's more alpha? You just bought one of my
There you go, Big Dan.
Oh.
There it is, Big Dan.
Hey,
Mr.
Ethan,
Stalin.
I haven't bought anything.
I
Katie, did
know.
you buy that yet?
Yeah, I know. You don't have to buy it. It's still funny.
No, I'm gonna contribute, try to make your business profitable this month because my life. This is what I want.
He
I
has
want
so
everybody
much
to
money
do better.
that he could
Ethan.
probably buy 20
Ethan,
hoodies.
I want everyone. No, Jimmy, shut up. I want everyone to do better in life.
40
I want
hoodies.
everyone to be.
You're a
better version of
multi-millionaire. You could
themselves.
buy his company.
Jimmy. I'm not talking to
Sebastian
you right
Fresh.
He's the outlaw.
I'm the Jersey outlaw.
He's out of control. Sorry, I apologize for
listen to
Jimmy.
me.
Yeah.
I had to say it.
Listen to
I
me.
had to say it in your behalf.
No, you're good. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry, Sebastian.
want everyone to do the best that they can possibly do in their life. And I know that that's good for them. That's what I want. I want you to make more money. I want your company to be profitable. I want you I want you to lose weight. I want you to be happy. I want you to be the best version that you can possibly be. I don't care that we disagree on everything. I don't care that you brought me on here and you're trying to make me look dumb and it's not working. I still want the best for you. And that's my
He's a better
my
salesman than
ideology.
you.
That's what I want.
I also
So
wish
I'm just
the
letting you
same.
know.
No, I wish the same for you.
This
I don't
is just
want.
all
I
that I
don't.
want.
No, not wishing harm for you. My thesis is that you are putting out, I think, harmful ideologies and tandem with Andrew Tate. You're riding that wave of red pilling, and I think it's really bad what you're doing. You also called me dumb and the worst person in the world, but we already went over that. We walked that back, so that's fine. But this is what I'm saying, and we can get back to that if you want, because I do think there's interesting things like Andrew Tate. I'd love to discuss with you because I know you're a fan of
No,
his.
I'm not red pill at all, and I wouldn't say I'm a conservative. I don't care too much about politics. I literally just want to do my own thing, and I want the best for me and my family and everyone else in the world. That's all. I just want to be left alone. I don't want you to tell me that my kids have to be gay. I want you to just leave me alone. That's all. I can raise my own kids.
So you think people want your kids gay?
No, I'm just saying I don't want to get into this because I'm Frank, I don't enjoy arguing with you because you're very frustrating. I'm just saying I want to be left alone. That's my point.
You want to be left alone. What does that mean?
It means I don't want people to tell me like
You want
that
to
I have to
be whatever. Right.
that my kids have to be gay or whatever. I don't know.
Right, but
Just an
nobody's
example.
saying that, right? No, nobody's saying that. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, I'll give you an example. If I were to send my kids to public school, I don't want for my 6-year-old to be exposed to a book talking about like gay sex or
But that's not
anything like
happening,
that.
is it?
That is happening.
Really? Where?
That is happening. Look it up. I'm sure there's a book that went viral for like it was in elementary schools and it was teaching kids about like sex
You seem
and,
to have
and
a
stuff,
really
and I just don't want that.
Yeah, You seem to have a really good grasp on the topic.
On reality.
Because you're prepared to homeschool your kids because of some anecdote that you are telling me to, quote, look up. Because do you have any other specifics to guide my research?
You could just look it up. I'm sure it's easy to find.
Okay. Can you guys look it up? Is there an epidemic of 6-year-olds learning about sex?
It's specifically a book that is teaching kids to be gay.
Are you referring to the books in Dearborn, Michigan?
Dearborn? Is it just something that happened in
I know
Dearborn?
you're from Detroit. That's why I asked.
Hold on. No, I didn't. I've never seen this in person. I've only seen this on the internet. So hold on.
Okay. Well, I don't. Well, there's a lot of people who are scared. I've heard that point before. It's like, I don't want my kids to go to public school and then they become gay. They get tricked to become gay or trans or something. And well, you say that there was a 6-year-old's learning about gay sex or something, and it's ruining society. So let's look into that.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. No, I did not say that. I didn't say that it was ruining society. You're just like, oh my God, this is so frustrating.
Hold on.
You take one piece of information from what I've said, and then you create like this absolute version, the absolute wrong version
Can
of
I
what
play
I said.
something for you?
And it's
that's
so
related.
frustrating.
Let me play something that's related.
I was tanning and I just overheard some kids talking loudly. They were talking about something transgender, something gay. I got up and I talked to them, and they were like 16, 17. And I asked them, I'm like, I just have a question. How many people are gay at your school? Like, how many people are in the LGBT community, would you say? And one kid immediately said like 60%. And I was like, huh? And the kid's like, no, he's exaggerating. And then it's probably like 35, 40%. And I was like, what? Are you serious? Like almost half? And they're like almost half are transgender or gay. And I'm like, bro, I graduated high school like 4 years ago, and there was like 3 gay people. What happened?
Yes.
By the way, this is from last year. It says, what the F is happening with gay people? 10 years ago, everyone called them F words, the F slur for gay people in high school. And today, 1 in 6 high schoolers claim to be gay.
1 in 6. So yeah, it's continuing. More and more people.
So do you miss the days when we could call gay people, the F word?
No, I just think it's surprising. I think it's crazy that that's happened. It's been such a popular trend lately.
Yeah, but that's not true either, is it? It's not 1 in 6.
No, it is. It is.
Really?
I've
What's
talked
your
to
data?
my cousins that are in high school. I've talked to my cousins in high school. I've talked to strangers that were in high school that go to my school, and a lot of people liked that video and commented on it and said the same thing. I mean, it's a lot more people are gay and transgender these days than before, and I thought it was surprising that there's such. No, 30% or more sometimes. There was such a spike in it, which I thought was crazy and surprising considering gay people can't reproduce. So it's interesting to see that there's such a spike in it. And I was curious about it.
But the obvious answer would be that it's becoming more acceptable to come out of the closet, so to speak.
Yeah, it's becoming more acceptable and it's becoming more of a trend, and more people are saying like, hey, this is, I don't know, whatever. I think it's also becoming more acceptable, but it's more of a trend now.
You said it's not genetic, sexuality is programmed. I wasn't into girls when I was 12 weeks old, right? I mean, you're a baby. Why would you want to fuck women at 12 weeks? If a baby human was kept in a white room until he turned 18, he wouldn't have a sexuality. I think he'd be fucking brain dead.
He would just be an animal. Yeah, no. Yeah, it would just be straight limbic system.
Well, there's actually studies, right, of when there was like a wolf girl or something who wasn't exposed, or she was kept in a basement or something, and she lost the ability to speak. So, of course, they wouldn't have any sexuality.
Well, there was actually they tried to do the study and it had to stop because they didn't give any interaction to the children, and the children would just die even though they were getting enough food or air. Like, they just needed affection and love. So the study couldn't even be finished. I looked it up. So it was too inhumane.
So you say
that I tweeted that because people think they're born gay, and I don't think they're born gay.
So people are not born gay; they choose to be gay.
I don't think people are born gay. Yeah, I think that they
choose.
It's a life choice. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, and so why would someone want to choose that? Especially if you go back like 20 years ago, right? Or 50 years ago. If you go back all the way.
Do you know, Ethan White? I read on that long time ago. It's guys that don't have tight relationships with their father, from what I remember.
They end up gay.
Right. That's one of the.
Jimmie.
What? Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's back it up a little bit there.
No,
Do you
I
not have a good
remember as a
relationship with your
kid.
father,
I remember
Ethan?
as a kid.
No, not.
reading
I mean,
on
it's
it.
okay. It's not like.
I didn't mean anything bad by it, but a commonality I saw from when I was in my 20s, because I was never gay, was like.
Jimmy,
Did I say something bad?
I'm just trying to help you.
Okay, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
That's just what I remember.
I'm gonna go take a piss.
All right, go ahead. I want to unpack this with you. This is interesting.
Damn.
Sorry if
I haven't peed once. By the
Second
way.
pee. Yeah, he's on his second pee right now.
Beta. Oh, who is that? Beta.
How much longer, Heath, do you keep him on? Is he your whole podcast?
I didn't expect it to go this long, but this is great. I'm enjoying it.
He says that this was going to be a life-changing experience for you. Do you think it's life-changing so far? Have you seen the light?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the light, but it's too bright.
Yeah.
It's too
I'm with
bright. Yeah.
So,
who's that?
Any good movies lately?
Nah.
These glasses have changed my life.
Okay, so check this out. Here, I want to hit you with something about the gay thing.
Okay.
So.
Okay, Ethan, let's talk for 14 more minutes, and then I have to go. So that should give us enough time to.
That's fair. So listen, left-handed people, the amount of left-handed people back in the day was really low. Because people with left-handed were seen as inferior, and they were forced to use their right hand more often. But as it became more acceptable and people realized left-handed people weren't demons, then the amount of left-handed people increased, and it became steady at what, like 10% or something?
12%.
12% is left-handed. It went up astronomically all of a sudden.
What did it go for? From what to what? From what percent to 12%?
It went from about 3% to 12%, so a fourfold increase.
So 4 times. Wow. Interesting.
And people don't. Would you say people choose to be left-handed?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, but that'd be silly. Why would you choose to be left-handed? It's like just a silly
I don't know.
thing.
I think it's. I mean, they could choose to be left-handed, or maybe they. I don't know. Maybe.
Can I
they're
ask
just
you,
born.
if you go back, what was the Turing guy who invented? He invented computers.
Alan Turing.
Yeah, he was a closeted gay man. And when he came out, he was like lobotomized and ostracized. And so why would someone like that choose to be gay? I wonder.
I don't know. They felt that it was who they truly were inside, probably, and that's where they felt comfortable.
So wait, if it's someone's,
maybe.
If somebody's being true to their inner
How is it not a
self,
choice?
how is that a choice?
How is it not? I mean, they're deciding that this is the way that they're going to express like who they really are. This is what they're going to do.
Do you choose
What do
every
you
day
mean?
to be attracted to women?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I'm just naturally attracted to women.
Right. So do I need to connect the dots, or you got it?
Let me think about it. Hold on.
Go ahead.
And collect my thoughts.
Go ahead. It's all good. Take your time. Because you're so close. You said
I wasn't. Well, the thing is, I wasn't born straight though. Like going back to the tweet, it's something that I've developed, and now that I'm mature in it and I'm secure in my attraction to women. I wasn't born being attracted to women. I wasn't born with the sexuality, and I think that you kind of just figure it out, and then you like based on the way you grow up in your environment or whatever happens to you in life, you go one or the other way. I read a statistic. You can have your team look it up, but it was like a majority of people that are part of the LGBTQ have had like some sort of traumatic sexual experience in their life, or they have some sort of traumatic event happen in their life that greatly influences their coming out or their decision or whatever to be whatever it is that they want to be. And also, although it's a very small portion of the population of them, which I think it's like, I don't know what percent it is. They are responsible for a majority of like the sexual, what is the word? like sexual cases, like molestation, like sexual abuse cases, like they're responsible for it, which would just mean that it would make sense because if they were sexually abused, then they would be more likely to sexually abuse. I'm sure you learned that in therapy.
You think gay people are more likely to be abusive to children?
Sexually abusive? I think that's a statistic. Yeah, I think that's true. I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not true. Because
Look
let
it
me
up.
ask. I'll fact check that. But do kids choose their upbringing?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
kids don't choose their upbringing, and then they become adults, and then they have this inner commitment. They want to be true to themselves inside them to be gay. So at what point are they choosing to be gay?
I don't know, Ethan, and I don't. You're gonna try to frame me as like someone that doesn't like gay people. I don't have anything against gay people at all. If someone wants to be gay, they should be gay, and that's fine. If it makes them happy, then do that. I have friends that are gay, so I don't know. Like you're in this podcast, you're gonna try to make me look bad, but it's not gonna work here. 'Cause
Literally,
I don't have anything against gay people.
I'm having a conversation with stuff you said. For example, there's this idea that gay people are predators. That's super homophobic and actually super wrong, right? There's no credible scientific study or evidence that suggests that lesbian, gay, bisexual, or trans people are more likely to sexually abuse children than heterosexual. In fact, research has consistently shown that sexual orientation is not a predictor of sexual offending of a child. It's the American Psychological Association, among other professional organizations, has stated that there's no empirical evidence to support the notion that homosexuality is a risk for child sexual abuse.
So I found a study actually that I read that said there's 4 environments the child can grow up in, right? Or more than that, but you could have married male, female. You could have unmarried male, female, married male, male, married female, female. And the absolute best case scenario for a child, the best environment was married male and female for various reasons. And that the worst environment was unmarried female and female. And they reported that they followed these kids throughout their lives, and they saw that these kids were often more depressed. They had more anxiety. They had trouble paying attention in school, and et cetera, et cetera. So I read that study.
They get bullied.
I could forward that to you.
If it's true, which I don't think it is.
No,
It's
I mean,
probably
I think
because the kids get bullied for having gay parents.
So I'll link you the study and you could read it. I don't think it's necessarily because they get bullied for having gay parents. It could be because the man gives something that the child needs and the woman gives something that the child needs, and that's just the best scenario for the child, as it's always been since the birth of our species. It's always been this way, and that's why it's probably still the best way.
Right, but
I'll send you the study.
Still, let's assume that's true. Like, who cares, right?
Well, you would want your kid to grow up and not.
Well, of course, my kid's gonna grow up.
Not be.
I fucked my wife. I mean, I fucked my wife, and we had a kid.
You wouldn't.
It's none of my. You said you just wanted to be left alone, bro. Why do you care?
You're asking me. That's why I'm responding.
Okay. What do you do with the data? The data has some application.
We have 7 minutes, Ethan. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Can we end it on a good note, or is that out of the question?
No. You're right. Let's move on. It's not that. It's whatever. Let's see. I want to show you. Well, first, okay, let's just do this. I know you don't have a lot of time. Your thoughts on Andrew Tate real fast. I just want to address this with you.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So just tell me real fast. Do you think he's a role model? Do you think he's a good guy? Like, I just want to hear you talk about him in short. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll tell you what I think, and please don't interrupt me so I can get everything out.
Just try to be succinct, okay, if you can be, because we don't have a lot of time.
There are some things about Tate that are good things that men would want to emulate, and there are some things that you should not. You should absolutely not emulate. There are both. There are bad and good.
So that's
where I stand.
So I think the good ones are obvious.
Good or bad?
The good ones are obvious. Like, we know he's like rich and successful and whatever, yada yada yada. So what are the bad ones? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay, starting a agency and like an OnlyFans agency or webcam agency, I don't think that men should ever aspire to do that ever. Sleeping with a bunch of girls and having like all these girls with you and having multiple wives, I completely disagree with that. Those two things, absolutely. And then what else is there? He's too blunt. Like, he's a little bit too hard. He's too aggressive. I think that you need to calm down. But I also think that he is that way on the internet, and in reality, he's a lot less aggressive. That's just what I believe.
Do you think he's a sex trafficker?
I don't know. I think that there's a chance that he could be framed, but also there's a lot of information that I don't know. But I don't think him being framed is crazy. I don't think that's completely out of the question. I think that he pissed off a lot of people, and those people don't want him to talk. Did you see real quick, yes or no? Did you see the podcast with Tucker Carlson and Nelk Boys?
I know it happened. I didn't watch it.
Okay, so in the podcast, Tucker talks about Jeffrey Epstein, and he was like, Jeffrey was like, he called his brother the 2 days before or something, and he's like, yeah, Jeffrey's going to get out, everything's going to be fine, and then boom, dead. And that was in like the New York federal prison, which was like one of the most secure places in the entire planet. There was like this many inmates that when the doors opened and they got out,
I want to have time to rebuttal.
Weren't working.
I don't want to cut you
Hold
off.
on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
So the cameras weren't working. The inmates got out. Jeffrey Epstein was dead. And then the next day, some people were discharged. Names were never found. Nobody knows anything. Like, this person was killed in one of the most secure locations possible. Nobody knows who did it.
Fishy.
So
I
I believe there are people out there that have some crazy ass power. And if Tate goes against some of the things that those people agree with, I think that those people have reason to not like him and reason to try to get him behind bars or killed. I do believe that. So I don't believe it's crazy for him to be falsely accused or for him to be set up. I don't believe that at all.
Okay, so it's possible he was framed. I mean, this is from just last year. You said Tate is a G brother. Jordan Peterson is a different energy, but both together are the fathers we never had. So obviously you look up to him and you think, well, maybe, but he's probably framed. So I want to show you a video. May I?
Okay.
This is a video. It's not long. This is a video from Hustler University, which is his e-commerce course, that was unearthed. So let me just play this for you. This is Andrew Tate speaking for himself.
Then you start saying things like, "Oh yeah, but you're always working. I have to do some traveling, and you can't come. I want to bring you with me." Traveling is a great one because the thing about this business is mobile. If you can find a good Airbnb with good internet, you can run it somewhere else. So it's a good little caveat to throw in. Oh, and you're always working. Why don't you work for me so we spend more time together? Work for you doing what? So I'll have a webcam business. Oh, I don't want to do that. So okay, I know you don't want to do that, but listen, come and let's have a meeting. Let's just talk about it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Fine. But let me explain it to you properly. In fact, I'll bring one of the girls who works for me. You, your bottom bitch, the new girl, you go out for fucking a nice dinner. Your bottom bitch is the one who does the selling. You don't do the selling. The girl has to hear it from a girl. And this is where your bottom bitch has to be trained. That's why I said it's so important to have a good first girl. Tax is also another important element for controlling your woman. You're not going to pay anybody tax because you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So you don't need to pay tax to anybody. You need to tell your girl that you're paying the tax. Because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work. So the girl's working with you, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we've made this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure we don't get in trouble. She'll sit there and go, okay, okay. Now that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element. If I work with him, my tax is not a problem. If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. So control element. It allows you to pay her a smaller percentage. So I used to pay my girls 30%. So for every $10,000 they made, I'd give them 3, and I'd keep 7. They thought they were on 50%. And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. So you're on 50%, but we had to pay the tax first, and then it's 50-50. If they say, why is it 50-50? Because I'm the one on camera. You say, because I'm the one typing, I'm the one with the property you're working in, I'm the one paying the bills, the electricity, I'm the one who's, and the electricity and every other maintenance cost of this property, I'm the one who bought the equipment, I'm the one who knows what he's doing, I'm the one with the knowledge, I'm the da-da-da-da-da-da. Shut the fuck up, go online. And they should be pretty happy with that if they respect you as a person overall. So really you're paying 30, you tell them you're paying 50, the difference is in the tax. That's where the disparity lies, taxes. If they don't believe you or they want to get fresh or whatever, print out some tax forms. I used to do this all the time. I used to print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here and sign this. What is it? It's for the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Oh, okay. And they just sign away. They don't know what they're fucking signing. I'll throw them away afterwards. But they think something's happening. Something real's happening. Nothing's happening besides me getting rich, bitch.
Was that interesting to you? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, What do you want me to say? I mean, I don't like that. Like, I disagree with the way he talks about it, about women in that video for sure.
Do you think he was framed after watching that?
Well, I don't think that doesn't provide any evidence as to into sex trafficking. He was just talking about how he like strong arms and manipulates women into like working with him.
Well, he started by saying, I bring. What you just said is coercive sex trafficking.
Strong arming somebody into working with you. That's the trafficking part. That's the strong arming.
Look,
just to be clear.
I don't know that much, and I figured out it's sex trafficking. So when I'm
maybe
Ethan, is that
maybe I just don't know that.
Ethan, that's sex trafficking. So I'm an idiot, and I know. So if I know, it's not a hard one to figure out.
Well, he started by saying, I bring a girl over. She doesn't want to do webcam work. So I bring my bottom bitch. You know what that is, right?
I figured it out.
You know what a bottom bitch is?
No.
It's like your main prostitute, your main sex working girl who is on your side in terms of convincing the women and putting forward narratives and helping keep the women in check. So he brings the bottom bitch. They all go out together. He says, I have the bottom bitch explain why it's such an awesome job to her. She doesn't want to do it at first, but we convince her with this bottom bitch. Then we bring her to my compound where I steal money from them.
I got it.
lie.
I know.
Yeah.
So that definitely does not that does not look good for sure. Like
at least
it doesn't look good, but
I don't know about you, but if I knew someone that said that shit, I'm out.
Like I said, I think Tate has some good things about him, and there are some things I don't like about him. But
don't you think you're putting it mildly when you go, there's some things I don't like about him? Because what he just said is he's admitting to several crimes. And I know sex trafficking maybe is not sometimes as obvious as people think, but he did describe what sex trafficking is.
Is he in jail, Heath?
He is in jail.
For how long? For how long?
Well, his trial is on. He's been detained he's in detention, but his trial hasn't happened yet.
But he's locked up.
He's locked up, yeah.
So you're safe because he's not around.
I'm safe.
Not you. I mean, people are safe.
The women are safe.
Yeah, people are safe.
The women are safe.
So
G. Lane was Epstein's bottom bitch.
It's almost 3 minutes. That doesn't look good. Just to finish that off, it's pretty shitty by him, in my opinion, and I don't think anyone should look up to that part of him at all. For sure, that's
it doesn't
terrible.
invalidate the good parts.
I mean, you can pick things from people, and you can take the good things and leave the bad. But yeah,
the good parts being he's jacked and does karate.
And he motivates people to get in the gym and
but he also sex traffics women.
But he goes to the gym.
But we're all gonna.
He goes to the gym. He's cool.
It's that
right,
yin and
Olive?
yang.
Ethan.
A lot of people say Hitler was a great. I hate to go back, but it's just so easy. Hitler was he did all kinds of. He motivated people. He really did motivate people. Why?
But he was a bad person.
I have.
He was a motivator.
Ethan, I don't want to just
give and take. Give and take.
Ethan, I told you I have to go, and I want to wrap it up.
Andrew Tate says, "I love raping you" to a woman who accused him of rape. That's a WhatsApp text obtained from a subpoena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we wrap it up, or do I have to leave?
We can wrap it up.
I really want to say.
I do want to say
I gotta go.
I appreciate all the time that you spent here with us. Thank you.
Thank you,
I did not
Sebastian.
expect it to be this long.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We had a lively conversation. We had a contentious conversation. You learned a new word today.
I never finished my story either, Ethan. You never let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't have time now, but you can watch my video on it.
Did you change my life?
You don't think it's that interesting?
You said you would change my life. Do you think that you've achieved your goal?
I don't know. I think that we're going to need multiple sessions. We don't have to record them, but you could give me your phone number. I can call you and we could talk more.
Do you really think you can help me, that you have knowledge, that you can motivate me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that I could open up your mind.
Right.
100%.
And that I'm like, I'm the traditional male that you dream of, dude. I'm married. I've got kids. I'm rich. I run my own business. Don't you think you should be asking me for advice?
No,
Why?
no, not even.
But I am the
no.
traditional male
There's
dream.
something.
Because you're fat, Ethan.
But you don't
There's
go to the
something
gym,
there's
Ethan.
Yeah, you're fat.
Well, that's it.
There are some things I could probably learn from you, but
Right.
no, there's definitely things you could learn from me.
You value
as well.
monogamy,
I believe that.
heterosexuality, children, and wealth.
All right,
I have all
Ethan.
those things.
Ethan, you could learn
call
more
me-
from him. No, you could learn more from him. Olivia and I, we agree on that one note. Right?
Here's my words of wisdom. You're 24-year-old. You don't know shit about life. As all 24-year-olds,
Not true.
you have hubris. That's your
No.
downfall. You would be so much more open and receptive and respectable if you had some humility. Exactly. You need to have humility.
I have more humility. I have more humility than you do.
You see what
That's
you just
such
said?
a hypocritical thing to say.
You literally just did it.
You one-upped.
I said I have
such
more
a
humility
hypocritical
than you. Don't you see that that's an
Yes,
ironic
you
statement?
You are being such a hypocrite.
But don't
It's
you
unbelievable.
see? You said I
It
have
is
more humility than you.
unbelievable.
Like, do you see how stupid that is? Like
all of your content is hateful. How
We're
can you
back
go
on
on and
that.
brag
Keep
about being
saying
more
that, bro.
humility?
I
having more
criticize people.
humility
I'm a
than-
comedian.
Look at. Oh my god. All right.
I'm inspiring men.
I tried,
So I'm
I
inspiring
tried,
men.
I tried to wrap it up and like finish off on a good thought, to literally be more mature than this nearly 40-year-old person here that invited me to his show.
37.
And you're not having this. I'm already 6 minutes
52.
past where I need
Well,
to go.
the difference of our
So I'm
age
going
was
to
quite
leave.
apparent, but I do wish
I'm
for
going
you.
to leave. I'm going to leave
I
now.
do
'cause
wish
you
for you
can't
to
do
have
this. You
more
just want to
humility.
keep going like a little child.
More humility.
Give us a flex to end it on a good note. Give us a flex.
Let's see the muscles.
Flex us up.
Yeah.
There it is.
go, you hoe.
Take the shirt off. Let me
Let's
see
go.
the pec work.
Do Dr.
Let me see the
Fidel.
pec work.
Do it, Dr. Fidel.
Let me see
Shirt
the
off.
back.
Shirt off, Dr.
Okay.
Fidel.
You work hard for
I'm
it. Show it
leaving.
off, brother.
See you later, my friend.
All right, nice
I
chatting.
hope,
Thanks
I
for
hope we can
calling.
talk again soon.
Yeah, maybe we
See you
will
later.
actually. But I appreciate you spending the time and sitting through it all. So thank you, man. Appreciate it. Really do.
Have a good night.
All right, take care.
have a good
Recording
night.
stopped.
Here it is.
Holy
There's
shit,
love.
dude.
I don't know if he knew that was live because he recorded the Zoom.
Well, I would be surprised if he didn't know because he seemed to do a lot of research watching like 2 hate videos on YouTube about you before coming into this call.
He knew a lot about you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know anything
knew a lot.
about life, but he thinks he knows everything.
I
That's
wonder if he's
amazing.
gonna watch that back.
He thought he looked. Listen. I mean, first of all, I do say I do respect that he sat through that whole thing.
More than
I
you
was
can say of
surprised
Crowder.
You were killing him. I'm surprised he didn't bail on you.
I thought he was gonna
hung
go-
in. He hung in.
I thought he was going to go to the bathroom and never
not come back.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
going to be cut into a million different ways as TikTok Sigma grind set videos. You know,
I knew going in, this is going to be like 1,000 alpha Sebastian owns Ethan compilations.
I'll counter them with the other way.
There you go.
It's crazy how he's more critical of you than Andrew Tate, a confirmed sex trafficker.
Yeah, he made you sound worse than Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
They have such a hard time denouncing him. Like, they cannot. Like, I showed him a video of Andrew Tate being like, I am evil and I hurt people.
I don't
I'm
know.
glad he
like-
acknowledged that
Why he
that
would
was
look
bad,
up to
though.
the
at
guy after
least.
you showed him that video on the sex trafficking thing. I did that with Dan years ago. We figured that out to stop in the late 90s.
Right.
No, there's no X,
That's
Dan. It was
new.
a cute
You just
one.
tried to be funny. You know the rules.
No, I didn't. It was Ethan that did it. Don't X it.
Jimmy, you done good today. I can't
Nah.
even lie about it.
Oh,
You've been
thank
great.
you.
Yeah, you're doing good.
He's been
You're
great,
good.
right? Hasn't Jimmy been great?
Yeah, I
best.
Are you being
No, it's been
serious?
good.
I'm being serious, and you had some
Oh.
great commentary throughout.
Oh,
You were cracking me up.
I appreciate the shout outs. I love it.
Yeah,
I love
you
you
did
guys.
good actually. It was really fun having you at my side there.
Just
Jimmy
being
was
normal.
coming and whispering
being
shit
normal.
in my ear.
Being normal. Well, I didn't want to say it on the air and hurt the guy's feelings. My God.
That was
Yeah.
yeah,
He
you would
does
never
say-
do
Yeah,
that.
sensitive king.
he seemed a little
Because,
sensitive, so.
the guy was so off, but I didn't want to say nothing to the kid.
Jimmy, you were cracking me up when you took a bathroom break. You came over here and you whispered to me, "This guy's full of shit."
How's a 24? Look, I'm older, comfortable. You're middle-aged, way comfortable. This kid's 24. And if you look at the background where he lives and he's telling you multi-million, I said, this isn't a hard one to figure out.
You
He's in
think
an
his apartment didn't look expensive?
My goddamn room in the hotel where I'm staying, I don't live, is nicer than that. I mean, it's not a hard one to figure out. If you let people, Lynn always says, if you let people talk and you don't say anything, in about 10, 15 minutes, she could figure it all
That's
out.
Jimmy quoting his
That's
wife.
my smart wife, Lynn, who listens and is so smart she knows.
Feminist king.
Yeah, you are a feminist king.
Yeah, my wife's. As I said to Ethan, I have to say she's wonderful. Or I'm out of the will. You know, have to be careful. Everything's in her name. I said I have to be careful what I say, or I'm out of the will. Everything's in her name.
Right. Don't push.
Don't push. No, but I don't think he understood. Honestly, he's a kid. He doesn't understand.
It's just. I feel
But he's
like
trying so hard to be compelling. But I mean, an older person like me can see through that.
the whole
Not
thing.
hard to figure that
The
one
whole
out.
thing about like Teddy Fresh being drop shipping was
I
wild.
can't believe how he insulted your brand. I'm surprised you didn't cut it. He was so insulting about your wife and your brand. And
That's
that's
fine.
your
I heard that
livelihood.
shit all the time.
It
You
was
know?
just a bizarre point to be like he knows the difference between manufacturing overseas and drop shipping. Like,
Yeah, but
he
it's like
knows
we're
that.
not buying our clothes on Alibaba, already made. Like,
Right. Yeah. I mean, you made a good point with the. Does Apple drop ship their iPhones?
Yeah.
Like because they're made. Like that was a great counterpoint that you made there.
I just
It didn't seem to really get through.
I think he was angry and he was just trying to hurt.
I think my quote, I got problems, we got to let him have. Because he actually has problems. What do you think, Heath? Give him that quote, I got problems?
He's
to
got
him.
problems.
He's got real
I
problems.
got problems. He's got problems.
No, my problems are my jokes. His problem, he's really got problems.
He is a problem.
He is a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that good? I mean, we were trying to. I went for a long.
People seem to love it. Hassan
I'm
was
surprised you
messaging
went
me
so long with
throughout that whole thing, saying what a great job you were doing.
Oh, thank you, Hassan.
Yeah, and he was watching it on stream.
Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, at one point he said, "Okay, Ethan." I'm not even kidding.
No, I called it.
Yeah, no,
And he did a
Ethan pointed it out.
perfect
when he
okay,
said it.
Ethan soundbite.
Yeah, we got a new one.
Yes.
There we go.
He did. There's a soundbite of someone else I was debating.
Okay, Ethan.
And he said that at a
Oh.
point of when he was too frustrated with me to counter my point. He did the same thing.
So why would he want to come on when he doesn't like your content? He doesn't like you.
'Cause he
and he thinks your business that makes a fortune is a scam. Like why would I? That's all preposterous.
Yeah, so I am kind of like a meme on TikTok amongst alpha males because there's a clip of me making fun of the gym, whatever, that's taken out of context.
Is that how that started?
Yeah, and so to them, again, this video, he thinks he's smarter than me and he thinks he's better than me and he thinks
really
he's going to
stupid.
come on
Ethan
here and make
Klein
me look
is-
like a fool. And it's, again, it's the hubris. I mean, he actually published this video on his channel. And this is, I saw this and I was like, please, God, call him to the
People are
show.
really stupid. Ethan Klein
He's
is
stupid.
the worst person.
He's the worst person.
He's the worst.
This is my
person on the
favorite.
planet.
He wishes he was us.
This man.
He wishes. Who's that? Who's that?
I don't know. It's his little.
That's,
it's his sidekick.
Is that
the other
cohort?
Sebastian.
Sebastian number
So
2.
I really wanted you to ask him about this, but correct me if I'm wrong, but he hosts that show with another guy named Sebastian.
What? I don't know.
It's two Sebastians.
Is that a problem?
It's just fucking weird, right? Like what?
Oh, by the
How
way,
many Sebastians
It's
do
the
you know?
same show.
by the
They
way,
got two?
I had something funny I wanted to point out to him, but we just kept getting so sidetracked. But I wanted to show him in this clip where he goes, "I was shocked about so many gay kids." He starts it off by
I was tanning and I just
listen to
heard
what he says in the beginning. I just was like, "Oh shit." He goes, "Listen to this."
I was tanning and I just heard.
I was tanning, bro. Gay.
Gay.
Gay. You're gay. You were tanning,
Gay.
bro.
So you think he's a lemon drop?
I was tanning and
I'm just making fun of
Oh,
the
you're
fact
making
that he's tanning. What are you gay?
I was tanning and I just overheard some.
Gay. Thank you. Okay. It's always fun. It's always a good time. I was just surprised he's so calm. He called Hila a slut too, kind of. He called her a hoe.
Dressing like a hoe.
I was getting so mad when he
Yeah,
was
Olivia,
talking
you
about
said
Hila.
something nice. I heard what you said about that she
He was
trained
so
and
gross.
stuff. Yeah.
But see, he goes, "You're nitpicking," but I'm like, no, I'm pointing out logical inconsistencies that you're not willing to confront.
Yeah.
He says Hila's a hoe, dressed like a hoe, but it's different when guys.
That's like
do
a
it.
workout sweatsuit is all.
That
you want
was pretty
on.
brutal.
It's
You
different
pulled
when
up the
guys
photo.
do it because we're just checking out our gains.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah. There it is. All right. Thank you, Hassan. I appreciate that, Hassan. You're the man. You're a great dude. I love you. And I'm excited to see you tomorrow. You know? Jimmy, you did so good today. I'm so proud of you. I wasn't sure you were going to make it.
No, I do to keep quiet and just be a commentator.
Jimmy for permanent co-host?
Like the Ed McMahon.
Don't push.
Don't push. Zach said, "Oh."
Would you move out? Would you move out to
you know.
LA to be my permanent co-host?
I should move out here because I like the entertainment field, and the other field, you know, I
Hollywood.
I like it out here better. I'm older. I like this.
Would your family move out here, or would you?
That's the whole thing. Lynn's staying right where we're at. That's the whole
That
thing.
seems like a challenge.
That's Lynn runs the show there, so I got to just come visit and have fun, but come a little more often.
Yeah.
Which is what I've been doing.
Well, I'll tell you what. After today, you're welcome to sit in with us anytime.
Oh, give me a hug.
Yeah, come here.
You're a good guy.
Yeah, you too. You have a heart of gold.
I'm a good guy. I wouldn't hurt. I come off rough with the guy. I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, I know that. I know
That's
that. You're a
just my whole
softie. You're a
character.
softie.
And that's what I wanted Dan to know, because Dan kept texting me how much he hated me. And I wanted to say,
That didn't
Dan, I
happen.
love you. And then Dan
happen.
said we have a love-hate relationship. You love me, I
Has
hate
he
you.
grown on you, Dan, after today a little bit?
Like I said when he walked in, I do not have any issue with Dr. Wiener.
He said with Dr. Wiener.
I have an issue
He
with
has
the
an issue
character
with Jimmie Lee.
Jimmy the Jersey Outlaw.
The Jersey Outlaw.
But come on, I mean, Jimmy, you know this. Like, your whole like thing is like, I'm edgy. I'm say wild stuff, and like, naturally, not everybody's gonna love
it.
that, right?
I
Like,
know.
that's okay.
You know what's interesting? You are funny.
You are funny.
When you're
you got
being
wit.
yourself.
Just
Yeah,
like this,
but
you mean? In a
yeah,
way?
because you.
Well, I don't
like-
have to go into the insulting fresh
No,
character. Almost, I
you
could
were
just be
like-
cute off the cuff.
When you're like, dude, I don't know shit, and even I knew that he was describing sex.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, I
That was
figured it out
fantastic.
after a minute because I'm listening. But that was just funny.
But see, you're just
By
being
accident
yourself.
almost, yeah.
But the whole shtick, I don't think is as funny as you are.
You know what I realized is I talk to Jimmy more than I talk to my own grandma.
That's good shit, man.
Zach, I guess he's going to meet me tomorrow for dinner. I
Don't
got that.
do it.
Don't push, Jimmy.
Don't
I thought you were
push.
gonna make it like a.
No.
We went on a gaycation. Everybody.
No, I'm not allowed to do jokes here. Dan's going to beat me if I do.
You're so much funnier when you're not allowed to do jokes.
Okay.
Mocha, colored cream.
They're good. They're good. The sound bits.
Let's see if there's anything else we want to go through today. That was a long.
Yeah, we're at 3 hours. Just heads up.
Yeah. You sat through 3 hours. Although it's nothing.
I want to
for you.
know,
You want
Zach,
to.
where we're having dinner tonight.
Well,
That was a
you should
fold.
say it on the
He
air.
just folded his hand, Heath, on that one.
This is awesome. How it started. I'm going to change your life. How it ended. I just want to be left alone. I was like feeling
That's
bad.
hysterical.
Oh, yeah. He was.
How's he going to? Let me ask you something. How's he changing people's lives at 24 years old? I want to know what he's doing.
But like, I have every.
Tony Robbins is actually a motivational speaker. He's actually good. What is this guy doing to change and motivate you?
He's going to teach people how to
How to
buy
drop
shit on
ship?
Alibaba and sell it on
How to
Amazon.
drop ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is you buy shit on Alibaba and you sell it on Amazon, right? I mean, that's what it is. I mean, in a nutshell.
In a nutshell, I'm sure there's other nuances to it, and maybe not all from Alibaba or whatever. But yeah, I mean, buy low, sell high.
It's crazy that Toyota just drop ships cars over here. I mean, they should get a real job. You know? Fuck that, man. I'm not buying any of those drop ship Toyotas.
Drop ship. I'm waiting and waiting for my new. Heath, I'm waiting and waiting for my new car because I have to order it. You can't even get Mercedes cars now.
Oh,
I have to
really?
order 'em.
Drop ship them over.
No, they have to order it, and it takes months for them to get it. Because
You waiting for a new car?
For 6 months. I think I'm getting it in a month.
What'd you get?
The AMGs are nice. They got,
good for you.
6-cylinder, but they got the turbo.
Which model, C or E?
Not the big expensive one. The one that's like 80.
A little mod.
Oh, you got the C class?
It's an AMC, so it's a Mercedes sports model car. It's an AMG or AMC.
Hey, do you see my car out there? I think you might like it.
The
It's
Rolls?
No, I returned that monstrosity.
I did the same thing. I didn't like driving.
So
one.
stupid, isn't
It's
it?
too big.
It draws too much attention.
And people keep looking.
Yeah.
And I had to put the cover on it. And I took it back, and I actually got a profit on it.
Me
because
too.
Somebody
Isn't that
wanted like
crazy?
30. I got 30 on the car.
Dude,
The
they
curb-
gave me $60,000 to break my lease.
Oh, you had a lease. I paid, and the guy Kerbeck, I see him at the
that
restaurant.
crazy?
He said, somebody wants that car. We don't have them. I said, I'll bring it right over to you. I didn't want the car.
Yeah,
I had the car like 6 months, drove it 5 times. I couldn't drive the car. It's like a
Really?
boat.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
So you can have money. You don't need a Rolls Royce. You really don't.
Right.
That's funny. You returned it and you made money on it. That's crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's
I was like, man, I'm gonna get
Was
killed
yours
on this.
black or white?
It was black, colon in.
The same as me. Yeah.
We're so alike.
We are.
Man, Sebastian just shit the bed. There was 43,000 people watching. Mr. Duma, your research, eh?
Your dying YouTube channel.
The funniest thing you guys did was when he was really insulting you, and you put the screen up where his followers went in the crapper.
That was
the funniest
Timing
thing.
on that was pretty
Was that you,
special.
Dan? That was.
No,
and then you
somebody
made
else
the
pulled that up.
comment.
Yeah, I
he
looked
didn't
it
know
up.
what to say. That was funny.
I looked it up immediately, and yeah, sure enough.
Cam provided.
Well, Dan, you're good on your research. God, you're quick.
It's a good team we got here.
Yeah, you really
You
have
know?
a good team. You have
It's
a loyal team.
It's
and
incredible
you should be
anybody
thankful.
watches the show.
Shut up, come on.
And we're
You have
all
a good team. You
going
got a
down
good
the,
team.
the shitter.
It's a shame no men watch the show, though.
Right.
Heath, you know what?
He did have like the most popular podcast of all time, like 1 year ago.
Hey, Heath, it doesn't matter if you have women, men, half, whatever. You have a huge fan base.
I like half.
And it'd be nice that the guy says, dude, you get over 1 million followers, views. That's crazy good. It doesn't matter who's watching you. You got so many people watching you. A fan is a fan. It could be a kid, could be an adult, it could be a man or woman. You got people watching. You got a ton of people watching.
People are saying 80,000 if you count Hassan.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know,
because he had like 35K.
More importantly, I think he should be asking why his audience is so male. Like, why are women so repulsed by your content?
That's why
He's a chauvinist.
Didn't
If
know
you
where he
listen
was
to
going
him
with that
carefully and how he feels. He's the old school Europeans. That's how a lot of the men are. They're
and you know what?
Very old school
You know
European.
what?
That's-
If you
he's
have-
from Romania.
If you have a relationship with your significant other where you guys like that kind of relationship, then that's awesome.
Well, that's that old
But
school European man-woman relationship.
My problem is that he presents this as a self-help guy,
He's
that
not
this is the way to live, and it's not.
No.
You know, it's not.
You're right.
Thank you.
I just love that based on his content, he thought you'd be a layup. And then he got here and got fucking slammed.
Did you think he knew he was going to get
Flustered.
hammered that bad? I don't think so.
I don't think he'd come on if he did.
He also got ratioed on that tweet. I'm just looking at it.
Well, we have all of our fans. I mean,
Yeah, but I have to.
What he goes, your tweet got no likes. I was like, what the fuck? There's a direct.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was great. Yeah.
Why? Because you just text them and you
Well, when
put it
you
up,
when you
flavors?
tweet directly at someone, it's not
doesn't
public.
show up on
Not
people's
public.
feeds.
Yeah.
I got you.
And also, who cares?
Yeah, and also, why are you arguing about Twitter likes?
Oh man, that was good.
Can I ask who did my design? Because it's really good with the Rickles and the tooth and the pints.
That's Cam.
Cam, you're incredible.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
You're so good.
Do you want to hire him for your social media team, Jimmy?
Well, how do I hire him? He works for him.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
loyal.
There you go. That's
I
right.
couldn't afford any of you guys. I'm doing it as a fun thing. This is your job. You're paying your people like I pay my dental people. They got real jobs.
Yeah,
they
maybe.
make a lot of money. Yeah.
Jimmy, you know I toss you a bone every now and again.
I
too.
know you do. I know you do.
By the way, I love the way you guys melded the green screens together so it looks like one coherent kind of.
They bleed.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the last time that you had a co-host
What's that
with,
picture of on the
Eddie,
desk
we
supposed
just
to
left
be?
it on the green for comedic effect, but
I like this.
yeah, this seems nice.
Cam, what's the picture next to the phone?
That's your family photo. It's all of us
It's all the podcast.
Oh.
on your desk.
So I
It's
have
your
another
family
family.
I guess.
So I have to move out here, come out here more often. I have 2 families. I've
There you
wanted
go.
my
Yeah,
hotel too.
just tell your wife and kids. My real
I have
family's
another-
out in California.
My real family's the Peninsula Hotel in H3. My wife will go for that. She'll say go.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Well, I think we'll be back in the summer.
Okay,
knowing the family trip. This
Good.
is March. Yeah.
Well, also Jimmy won his prize, right? I mean, he got through the whole episode.
So do I get to
Wait,
do that?
oh yeah.
Zach told me driving here. Yeah.
Yeah, you
When's
won the grand
When's
prize.
the live show?
We don't have a date yet, but there'll be 1,500 people there.
So what I will do this year, I will promise you, I won't go away a month before and then not come. As long as you give me the notice, I'll make sure that next time I come, it'll be when you.
It'll
have
likely
the show.
be in like mid to late May, is what it looks like. So
Oh, you mean it's going to be soon?
relatively soon.
All right. Well, then mid to late May. So
Well,
I'll
we'll
have to
see.
come out
It's
again.
all still in the works, and it's
Okay, I only
yeah.
say because I know the summer trips like in June or July, August, so I'll come out maybe for a short trip, but I'll come out for that. Because
We'll
I
figure it
messed
out.
up the last one, Dan, because what I did was I came November,
I
because
remember.
my publicist got me all this crap, and then
Mhm.
I just couldn't come back a month later. I couldn't afford to
Makes
come.
sense.
All right.
We'll plan it a little better.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. But if you give me notice, I'll come, even if I come just
Yeah.
for you.
Play 'em
I'll
off,
come,
Zach.
Heath.
We expected the 10 million of the same texts, Jimmy. We'll play
By the
with
way,
you on
lost
that.
my train of thought. Thanks for the 50 gifted.
50 gifted.
Not
Nancy,
another 50.
thank you, says, I want to,
100.
to thank Ethan for being an open-minded, willing to learn, and compassionate role model. I look forward to tuning in every episode. Thank you for being you. Okay, you must be lying. Nobody looks up to
Nobody
me.
looks up to Ethan.
Lost my train of thought. Another 50 gifted. Thank you. Dude, you got ratioed by Jimmie Lee, bro. Look at this.
I had to do it too.
What'd he
say?
I had to do it too.
Love.
Who's that?
This is him. He tweeted that, and it's Jimmy saying ratio.
What's that mean?
It means you got more likes than he did under his tweet.
No, I got more likes than him on his tweet.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Ratioed.
And he's got the
Good job,
picture
Jimmy.
when I was on the boardwalk.
All right, Jimmy, I got to show you how to unmute your phone now.
Wait.
Oh,
wait.
yeah,
There's
please.
I'm a longtime
Somebody help
history
me?
fan, Gabe, not by choice, and disagree with much of what you've said, but I very much respect you even going on the show. And even polite saying goodbye. Respect. Okay, we love our nice fans. I thought we were all hateful piece of shit trolls.
So wait a minute, who wrote that? A fan?
A fan said, I disagree, but I'm glad you're respectful. He said, that's what's up. The only person from Ethan's audience that has been nice.
Mm.
Well, at least there's one of them. We're
There's
not
one
all
out there.
bad.
Hmm.
So there you go. But it's like, it's like some things he doesn't understand what he's doing. He does.
Too young.
He's young.
To understand.
He doesn't know what he's
That's
saying.
what I was trying to say. He doesn't know what he's saying. He's a kid.
Yeah.
What do you know at 24? I'm older. I was telling one of you guys earlier, I still need to learn a lot, and I'm older. I still learn every day.
You just learned what a ratio is.
Yeah, there's so much I don't know when I'm older, and I've traveled all over, and I got a business. And this kid's 24, telling he knows everything.
Well, here's what I want to do, Jimmy, for old time's sake. We have the giant cane. We didn't get to use it, but what do you say we hook you off stage just for old time's
I
sake?
want to do it like the time we did before.
Yeah, just for you're not being actually caned off, but
I'm
just
not caned off, but you want to do it. But
yeah,
will
just
somebody
drag
help
him.
me with my phone?
So
yeah, we got
AB
you.
has hold on. Yeah, AB has hooked the cane and he's being dragged off.
So long.
And
Wait a minute, you're gonna bang my leg. I'm gonna the fucking Cedar Sinai, you rat bastard. Wait a minute.
Well, that's Jimmie Lee, everybody. He's the man.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
Jimmy's so interesting. He wins you over one week, he loses you all the way the next week.
It's a roller coaster.
Jimmy asks, who's going to unmute me? AB has stepped in to be that sweet kid. He's screaming, did anyone get pictures of us?
We told you after the show, Jim.
Well, what a terrific audience. What a terrific crowd. A treasure.
And respect for staying so long.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, he did a marathon with us. That was good, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Here, this is 40 seconds ago. He's coping.
Jimmy and AB, we are still.
Hey, can you guys?
We're live.
Escort him to the
could maybe
green room, please.
Leave the studio for your conversation.
Thank you
so much.
Sebastian is coping. He says, "Here comes Ethan's fan to clown on me. I was actually trying to find common ground with him, but he wasn't having it. Didn't know it was going to be live." Again, bro, that's kind of on you.
Literally, why did you not know that?
Like, that's our thing. Also, it's live on YouTube right now. Didn't know it was going to be live. Also said they weren't trying to gotcha me. I did not gotcha him. Did I? I was engaged. Lots of humility. I did not gotcha him,
you
did
had
I?
a list of his content that you wanted to go through with him. And whenever you stopped on something very specific, I think he would get frustrated because you wouldn't keep going, but you were curious about specific ideology that went into what he said in that exact moment, but he didn't want to get into
He's
that.
just not used to being challenged or pushed back on at all.
Yeah.
And he took that as being, well, in his words,
Gotcha.
immature. But, I mean, I don't think you were really being immature.
I wasn't,
outside
like,
of
secretive
perhaps a few
about-
moments here and there.
How
But,
dare you?
I mean.
Me, the
That's
great role model.
Yeah, you get a little
People cry when they meet me, Dan. How dare you? But I would say we gotcha Jeff when we had that picture. But I did not gotcha him. I wanted to have a conversation. He asked me what's contentious mean.
Gotcha.
I don't think you. Yeah, I think you more inspired him. I think you changed his life for the better.
He'll come to learn. He'll cry when he sees me. I'm sure of it. He's gonna come to my next fan meetup and cry and talk about how I changed his life. Mm-hmm. Also, you gotta love how he's like, I have more humility in my pinky than you'll ever.
I'm the most humble person you've ever fucking met.
It's so funny. It's like a meme. I mean, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was, yeah. Not great.
It's kind of sad to how desperate he is to get validations from his success story too. It's kind of embarrassing in my opinion, like trying to.
Oh my god! And what a boring
Over and
story.
over.
Well,
Trying to
that's
tell this
the reason I kept interrupting him is because he just wants to like do this puff piece, and he keeps talking about the same thing about how I'm so rich and I'm so inspiring and yada yada. It's like, bro, let's just have a conversation about the points that are interesting. You know, there it is, huh? Jimmy, you can stick around if you want to say goodbye. You can actually come back. I was just doing shtick. Yeah, you can come back. You want to come sit down? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to pull you off with the cane. It's fine. Come join us. You know?
He's getting his FOMO glasses.
Jimmy's coming back.
All right, he's struggling with that.
Yeah, but you know,
Okay, I'm back.
Jimmy's back. So go ahead. You want to sign off? We can sign off now.
Jersey Outlaw's back. I thought I was leaving.
Well, we are leaving. We are leaving.
We are leaving. Again?
Wait.
Wait a minute, you sons of bitch.
I thought Sebastian said he had somewhere to go. Where was he doing?
You want to hook me again?
Twitter?
AB? Am I getting hooked again?
He's busy the way Elon Musk is busy.
Right.
Another Sigma grind male.
Sigma grinding from the John, baby. He cannot understand that I am the real Sigma grind alpha. I'm traditional as it fucking gets. In fact, some people call me
Ethan. When you're real successful, you don't have to explain to people that you're successful. Ethan.
Some people call you.
You don't have to explain to people that who you are when you're where you're at. Like what Lynn and her dad always said. No, wait a minute.
He's being caned off again.
No. Dan, save me. It's Dr. Wiener. Dan.
Bye, Jimmy. We'll see you next time.
I love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, Jimmy.
Be good, okay?
James.
And Jimmy, you'll send the Oxycontin 100 milligrams to my pharmacy, right? Just kidding.
Joking. That's a joke.
Just kidding, guys. Yeah, you don't have to run out. He is being played off, though. I hate to say goodbye. We've had such a good time today. But it is that time.
Wait, we wanted to make a little mini announcement about
about the lore?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we had a lot of feedback about the lore series. And we're thinking of changing the approach to be more comprehensive. So the first video, we're going to go back and do it on Zach. And we're creating a comprehensive list of all Zach's greatest hits and stuff. And it's probably going to be like an hour-long video, maybe even more, I don't know, where it's like, here is all the Zach memes and history you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be helpful because there's so much content, dude. Like, I can't remember the shit we've done. And we've generated our list as best as we can. But if you're in Discord, or I don't know where's the best way for
I think the best way to do it is to post to Reddit. And in fact, Cam, you created a special flair for this, right?
You think that's the best way, Reddit?
Yeah.
Oh, just make a like.
Cam's not there.
He's helping Jimmy to his car.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so because I don't want to miss stuff, and there's so much stuff.
Yeah, so in the coming days, if you are a Zach Lewis fan, or just more generally a fan of this podcast, and you have iconic Zach moments that you would hate to see left out of the story of Zach, which that's really what it is. It's going to be a documentary of Zach's time on the H3
Dreams
podcast.
coming true, baby.
So
We're gonna-
if you have some obscure, I mean, and with Peace and Love, there's the obvious ones, the Joker brain, the he loves mayo and all of
Sitting
that.
on
But
the
if there's
lawn.
something more obscure or something that you think could easily be overlooked, but is to you an iconic Zach moment, post to the sub. We'll be looking for
but
them,
leave it
collecting them over the coming days, and we'll go from there.
Sometimes we
And
miss the obvious ones too.
If you have a timestamp to it, that would also greatly help.
Oh,
to
timestamp
kinda-
would be
That,
amazing.
if you really want to be a legend, timestamp that
Right.
shit for us so that we know
would-
exactly what it is that you're talking about, and we can rip it and incorporate it into the video.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so this is going to be, we're going to do like a long-term project here. It'll be take a couple weeks probably to do it. And
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing is we were trying to crank them out on a weekly schedule, which is, great, and most of our content is weekly, and they're used to that. But I think just after reevaluating all the feedback we got, we think it would be better to just take our time to let them marinate and make them right. So
we're going to redo the Dan one because I agree. The approach in that video wasn't the right way to do it. So
we'll come back to me.
Well, we're going to come back. We're going to do it all over. We're going to start all over. By the way, Harvey, first of all, I want to say about this. Sebastian on Twitter says, did the best I could. These comments and DMs are so insane. I can't believe it. Please don't harass him. He's going to come to terms with, I think he left that thinking he owned me.
Yeah.
And let's just, I want him, he doesn't need to be harassed.
Don't
okay?
be mean if you want someone to learn. They won't learn.
Right. It's true.
Show him that H3 fans are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Prove to them that there's more than that one person. 5-time COVID survivor. Be generous to him.
That's funny.
This man's got so much long COVID, his fucking his brain has turned into a raisin.
That would explain a few things.
Dude, one more and he'll be the Michael Jordan of COVID.
That's right.
Right.
Double three-peat.
Yep.
But I do think it's funny what Harvey... Wait, hold on. Let me go back. I like this cope, though, even though I do want him not to be. Ryan Harvey left a response to this tweet where he says, everyone's being mean to me. I can be your angel or I can be your devil.
That's right.
Oh, man. I love
This
that.
might be DMC.
I love the idea of these
Oh,
guys
shit,
always...
that one's going to get clean.
DMC, yeah.
Nah. It was pretty short.
Yeah, it was short. Zach was dipping it out.
Oh, shit. Oh, that'd be fucked up if our whole...
We gotta. Well,
That's how it works.
the chestnuts is the same amount of time over what we just played.
Yeah.
So
You never
I think
know,
it's probably
though.
okay.
He was right on tune,
7 or
too,
8
man.
seconds.
Yeah, that was good.
This man asked me with a straight face, what does contentious mean?
I mean, he's young.
It's not, but yeah, but
Not that advanced of a vocabulary word.
But
though,
he
you're right.
opened with, I have wisdom coming out my ears, brother.
The wazoo.
I got wisdom for days. Why? Isn't wisdom by definition like knowledge through lived life? Like that.
Generally seen that way. I mean, a young person can be wise, which was a point he was trying to make at one point, which I think is fair. I don't necessarily know if he's an exemplar of wisdom, but it...
Because wisdom is the quality of having experience and knowledge. It's like, it means specifically that you've lived a life and you have wisdom from these lived experiences. You could be smart, you could be insightful, you could be intuitive.
Oh.
But it's a little bit hubris for the young person to say they're wise. Oh, that could be good. Chat says
that was smart.
Button for DMCA next time. That's funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we can always cut it if it gets.
Yeah,
we'll just cut that part.
I didn't get a flag on the back end, by the way.
that's good.
So I think we're okay.
Wow, what a show, guys! Who says this podcast is on the decline? Who?
Ethan Decline or Ethan Incline?
Oh, Ethan declining.
If this is your first time watching, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications.
That's
leave a
right.
like.
Hey!
Yeah, so we can get on the up climb.
Give this vid a thumbs up. Oh, yeah.
Hey, another surprising thing about that interview is that Jimmy didn't know what a rim shot was. This is the old-timey man.
I was baffled by that.
You're the old-timey comedian.
Like, rim shots are of his era.
That's it. That's all it is.
Right.
Just a rim shot after rim shot. Hey.
He was talking to me for 5 minutes in the parking lot. He says he loves us all.
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
For all of the, Jimmy's antics, he is really a sweet guy.
He asked me 3 times when the live show was. I told him we'll let him know. Okay, but let me know when the live show is. We'll let you know. As soon as we know, you'll know.
Definitely let him know.
But I gotta know 6 weeks in advance. So you'll let me know? Yes, Jimmy, I'll let you know.
Zach is doing
I love you guys.
Everything in his power to play us the fuck off right now.
I have to pee so bad too.
I have to piss like a racehorse.
He's been making the music swell. He's like, all right, here we go.
Thank you, Alexandria, for the 5 gifted. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow morning for Leftovers, where a great friend, Hassan, and the savior of animals. This man saved dogs. Wait, hold on. Shantinkaris Mouse said, I'm really happy y'all are challenging the Red Pill Sigma narrative. YouTube continues to push it on me, and I can only imagine how it would influence me if I was a younger person. That's what we're doing here. You presented him with his own content, and that was a gotcha, bro. Also, I'd bet money he owns Supreme and has the nerve to diss Teddy Fresh. That was my point. I know you own designer hoodies, bro, that cost a lot more than $100 because you're all into status symbols. I bet you've got like $1,000 hoodie from like Vetements or whatever that you fucking, I just want to acknowledge all of our great supporters.
He drives a Lamborghini, right? Or what was the deal with that?
What was it?
Isn't that a Lamborghini?
Okay, we're going to call it a day. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Leftovers. Thank you, everybody. Fantastic episode. Thank you for being here, everybody. We love it.